Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to Saturday Night Snake Talk, and we have a special guest in the house tonight.
No way.
We have Dakotah in the house from DBCB Exotics.
What up, brother?
What is going on, man?
You know, it's pretty good. I'm running on about 3 hours of sleep.
That's perfect. Then you've got twice mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So I really am for this.
You should be really good.
excited.
Yeah, you should be really good because trust me, if you get more than an hour of sleep, you're a schlep.
Yep. You're
Sleep a schlep.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's really cool. So you are from Maine.
Maine, yep.
And in my mind, everyone's just from Bangor, Maine. Are you from Bangor, Maine?
No. So I'm like, I wouldn't even technically call it Maine. I mean, we're pretty much 5 steps from New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
We're like right on the line. So
Okay,
I
and those
pretty
New
much just
Hampshire
say New
people,
Hampshire all the time.
Yeah,
we don't like
everyone
that.
I know from New Hampshire is out of his mind. Their
Yeah,
mind.
out of
You
their
know,
mind.
Kevin
That's also
Curley
true.
came from there.
Yeah, the whole crew.
The crew from Nerd. You know, so it's yeah. I mean, saying you're from Maine's better.
Yeah.
No, it's actually I take that back. I seriously think Maine is an amazing place, and I've only been there one time, but it was absolutely gorgeous. And so the area you're from, because it's listen, New Hampshire's beautiful too.
Yes.
I like New Hampshire. New Hampshire's pretty cool, but
It's a
Maine has a
beautiful
bit of more like scenic. Of course,
Yeah.
Arcadia, things like that.
Yeah.
It's definitely about more of beautiful areas than New Hampshire.
Yeah. And a lot less people.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot less people. Yeah, so we've got. I know Jay and I have talked about getting back up to Maine.
Yeah.
So we're on a mission. I've only got one state to go, which is Alaska, for my 50 states.
I've got like 10.
And he's got 10. So we're talking about doing his 9 and leaving where we both have just
One of those is
Alaska,
Maine.
and then Maine for you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when is Maine? So we'll definitely come visit Maine, and then when we get through his 9. Then we both do Alaska as our
Sweet.
50th state.
And then you'll both be 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we cuddle at the end and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Big
that's the whole
spoon,
point.
Big spoon, little spoon,
That's it.
So
And
it's
I'm
cool.
obviously the little spoon, so come on now.
Yeah, exactly. So first off, you have a pretty dope Instagram page. Obviously DBCB Exotics.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff. You're a lizard guy, really, right?
Yeah, not too much into the snakes. I'm getting more into snakes. The problem, of course, living in Maine, you can't have any of the cool snakes. No
Right.
retics, no
They have a lot of
perms,
rules,
no
Brian.
anacondas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got my boa. I'm gardening into a few ball pythons now, things like that. But yeah, mostly lizards and geckos.
Now, why is Maine so strict on constrictors?
I don't know the exact reason why Maine is so strict. Of course, there was. Now, I believe, I don't remember the exact term. I could be wrong, but the Nessie case back in
Nessie case.
2015.
Wow.
There was allegedly an anaconda on the loose in Maine, which is.
See, I thought Nessie was in Ireland.
Yeah, I've always heard about, I
See,
heard
now,
about that too.
it might. Now, you're having me second guess. I think it's Nessie. I think it's Nessie.
Yeah,
But,
the Loch Ness Monster made it to Maine.
Yeah, damn,
And that's why
dude.
they banned all the big snakes.
It makes sense, dude.
But yeah, early spring in Maine, 50, 60 degrees, water temperatures probably around the 20s or 30s.
Oh, yeah, it's
humidity
perfect for
35%.
perfect for
the
anacondas.
perfect
They're gonna thrive.
anaconda.
Yeah,
They
they're
gonna
found
thrive there.
The perfect anaconda shed,
Yeah,
20-foot snake.
Oh, wow.
Not a rip on. And as you know, with owning large constrictors,
Yeah.
they always have perfect
Oh,
sheds.
100%. There's never a rip, ever a rip.
And ever
Especially
since
at
then-
that temperature, yeah.
Yeah.
Even if there was that one snake that doesn't exist, but if it did exist, one snake got out and no snakes now. So
Yeah.
I think red-tailed boa is the largest you can get in Maine.
Yeah, and the thing is obviously, and by the way, anyone that has any super chats, you can hit myself or Dakotah with any questions that you have
That's right,
about
baby.
anything about the lizards that we're going to be talking about reptiles, or if you just have questions about life. I believe that Jay and myself, we really help people navigate life.
Yeah, that's
right?
what we're here for.
We're here. I mean, we're pillars of the community.
Yeah, our heroes, maybe.
Yeah, and,
Icons.
and if you have any problems from parenting to
Baby daddy drama.
exactly. I
Yeah,
mean,
hit us up.
we know,
We've been there.
we know.
Yeah,
Trust me.
that's it.
Yeah, I mean, listen. So, all right, let's move on with that. So it is really, listen, I understand the Florida issue, right? Because
for sure,
because
100%.
everything lives in Florida. Now, do I think they should ban stuff in Florida? Absolutely not. I think that the permit system, the ROC system that they have down there, where you've got to have chips and stuff, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, and are mistakes going to happen? Of course they're going to happen. I mean, we all have mistakes happen, but that's not going to change the ecosystem of Florida if one mistake happens. But I understand, at least in principle, why they're saying, hey, listen, if a berm gets out there, it's going to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maine, it's not.
No, dude.
Maine, it's not going to make it
Well,
past
now, we
September.
don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
It
could adapt
Maybe they
to
hibernate.
that
Bury
minus
themselves
20.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with anaconda's the big thing. Is of course, heavy-bodied snake.
Yeah.
They need to be suspended in water.
Yeah.
Maine water. I mean, in the summertime, it's fucking cold. No one goes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Wait, can
It's
I
like
cuss on
my
this?
cold tub.
Were you
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's fucking cold in Maine.
Wait,
The beaches.
What'd he say?
Oh my God, he said the F one, not that one.
Not that one. Don't say that word.
The beaches aren't fun. It's cold all the time. In spring, the water's probably 20, 30 degrees. Anaconda's not going to live. I don't know. The best part, the cherry on this shit ice cream, shit sundae, sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies. Was the fact that the government decided who to put in charge of this Nessie case for the anaconda, a cryptoologist.
Okay. That's nice. Yeah, well, they usually know a lot. You know, they've been chasing Nessie for the last 100 years in Ireland, so same people. Well, it's
maybe
just
that's why they called him Nessie.
Right? Yeah, because it was a crypto. Yeah, cryptozoology. Wow. It's not much different than what happened down in Florida with what they call the NOI, which is the Notice of Inquiry with the original Lacey Act situation in Florida. They put a guy named Rada on the case. Who this is interesting. I think that they allocated $40 million for Rada, the biologist for the USGA USGS. I'm sorry, to eradicate the brown snake off Guam. And I shit you not, this is what he came up with. And I think it was the tune to like $5 million. Maverick, Jay, punch this up.
Yeah.
We're going to say go Tylenol parachutes
I'm ready
for
this.
snakes in Guam.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
It sounds like a genius idea,
okay.
really.
All right. So has dropped into Guam, payload of dead mice attached with tiny cardboard streamer parachutes laced with Tylenol by the USDA. And they did 2,000 mice, and it cost millions and millions of dollars for 2,000 little
To
parachutes.
descend on the island in an
descend on-
operation
yeah.
aimed at killing a rampant population of invasive brown tree snakes.
And it did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, now you have
Now they just don't have back pain. I mean,
Yeah,
what was he
exactly.
thinking?
Yeah, exactly. They don't have back
They're
pain
even
now.
stronger now.
Yeah,
That's good.
But yeah, so this was the person they put in charge.
Dummy.
In the Everglades for the Everglades situation with the Burmese pythons back in the day. He's the one that wrote the USGS report that said Burmese pythons, because of 200-year climatological forecasts, the Ohio Valley would never get below 70 degrees. And so in that 200 years, 2/3 of the country would be infested with Burmese pythons. And that was the whole reason for stopping Burmese crossing state lines. And of course, I actually, ironically enough, I'm going to do a little name dropping right now.
Yeah, give me with it, baby.
I was actually interviewed by the New York Times during this situation. And they contacted me and said, we know you're a reptile guy. We'd like to just do a little interview with you. And it made the paper. I was glad they did this. I said, this was what they said was, what do you think about this? And I said, let me just tell you something. If in 200 years or at any point it's 70 degrees at the coldest in Ohio, the last thing we have to worry about is Burmese
snakes,
pythons, because there is no more Florida. Florida's gone.
Yeah.
You know, it's underwater. It's under 200 feet of water, right?
Yep.
And the reporter actually laughed and said, I've never really thought of it that way. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, why are you projecting? And plus, we don't know what's going to happen in 200 years.
Nope.
Now, listen, I believe in climate change 100%, you know, but I also know that, 35 years ago, we thought we were going into an ice age, right? Yep. And now we're, but don't get me wrong. I do believe, I'm not an anti-climate guy. I believe 100% that we're
God,
good.
I was about to have to leave this podcast.
I know. Well, you're from Maine. I can only imagine what you believe up there.
Love it.
But my point is that, sometimes the appointees to make regulations are somewhat misguided.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I thought that Tylenol thing was genius.
Yeah, it's genius.
I really want to know the manufacturer for those tiny parachutes. I want to take.
I need home. A couple of those.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. I mean, I actually wrote an article for a science magazine, which I'm sure they hated because it was interesting. This group of scientists wanted to start writing these little op-eds for on reptiles, and they invited me in once. And my article was about the Guam brown snake, and that was the last time they invited me back because I wrote this really kind of edgy article about how the government wasted $40 million on some Tylenol parachutes, and I said I tell you, give me I can gather 20 herpers, you give us $5,000 a piece and some beer, we'll go get every damn snake off that island. You save yourself a good $35 million. But that was the last time I wrote for that particular thing. I don't think they realized how off base I was. But let's let's hit a couple supers before we
Yeah,
get moving,
dude,
man.
of course.
I see some people are dropping some
love.
stuff. Castilla, which by the way,
Is she coming back?
she's
soon,
coming back.
right?
I think next week with Tiffany.
No
I don't
way.
think she's
Same
coming
time?
with Tiffany, but she's coming the same time.
Oh,
as
that's
Tiffany.
awesome. Good stuff.
So yeah, so
She said sending lots of love, so
Thank
sending
you,
lots of love as
Castilla.
well.
She's one of our regulars, and she came to the Reptarium a few weeks back, and she's coming back. So we're excited.
Flexin Python says is it time for Brian to get a face tattoo? And I agree. I think
Dakotah,
I've been
what do you
saying
think?
this.
I can recommend you a great guy if you want to come over to Maine.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. What should I get? Post Malone, or do I go like more like the Lizard Man?
Maybe 6'9", Takashi.
Yeah,
I think,
6'9". I mean, what do you?
Snake King, right?
Snake
over
King.
Your forehead.
Yeah.
Speaking of Snake King,
Yeah.
Yeah, can we talk about Snake King?
yeah. What did we talk about Snake King?
Wait.
What's happening with Snake King?
What is it?
No, I don't know if it's going to be called this, but I confirmed with Tom Crutchfield last night that they are the people
It's a
that did
thing, right?
Tiger King are filming a Reptile
'Cause
King.
I've seen it on the Facebook groups. I've seen
Yep.
Tom Crutchfield's wife. I don't know her name.
Well, I don't know. Peggy passed away, and it's Stacy.
Stacy, yes,
yes,
Stacy
yes.
Crutchfield. Yeah, she was commenting on it because everyone's talking trash about how it's going to be awful. Which
It's gonna be
number
awful.
one. Okay, but here's it'll go one of two ways. It'll destroy the hobby, much like it's been doing with the exotic cats.
Yeah.
But here's my devil advocate on
Okay,
that.
hit me with it.
Reptiles. Number one. While COVID is still here, it is not. We're stuck at home 24/7. We obviously wouldn't be here.
Right.
You know, things are starting
Yeah.
to open back up. We're starting to
Yeah.
get back to the normal, whatever
Yeah.
that is.
Right.
Back to that. Number two, snakes are not as interesting as tigers. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I
Would you
mean-
rather look at a tiger or a snake?
Yeah, but I wonder. I agree with you, and I think it's a great point both ways. And I do believe you're right. The COVID was the perfect storm
Yes.
for Tiger King. We're not going to have that perfect storm again. That being said, if they get the right characters, Tom is a character, and he loves puffery. Right,
Yep.
he's a Joe Exotic in a way. You know, I mean, he's not.
I mean, he was on the show for.
Yeah, he was-
That
he
was
was
my
first
favorite
character.
part of Tiger King. I was like, is that Tom Crutchfield?
yeah. It's awesome.
well, what he said was that it was never supposed to be Tiger King. It was supposed to be Snake King or whatever they want to do. They were filming a documentary on the reptile crazy business. That's the thing. They're not filming it on like the reptile business. They're filming on like the insane things that
The outskirts,
happen.
right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
things that happen with, people smuggling crazy stuff in the 70s. Mario maybe, allegedly, I think more than allegedly, barbecuing a DA agent.
Who knows?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think that's what but he also said that they were like going the road of like, Tom went to jail, obviously.
Yeah.
And they like now have fish and wildlife agents that, according to Tom, that are going to be on basically saying, yeah, we prosecuted Tom, but now we look back and we think it was wrong. We shouldn't have done that because there was misinformation and we had pressure from this person. So they're going to turn it into the drama thing too. Like we were pressured. We were pressured into prosecuting people that didn't deserve to be prosecuted. And so if the right amount of drama is involved, I don't necessarily think it's going to make the snake hobby look horrible. I think it's going to open some people's eyes. And people are going to be like, holy shit, this is crazy. Unlike Tiger King, that I think made people say, people shouldn't keep tigers.
I mean,
what I mean?
already a hard thing to sell, keeping a tiger, but then you put Joe Exotic in front of it, and it just...
I honestly almost started watching it again the other day because it's just
it's a
great,
good
dude.
I think last month I rewatched it.
I've watched it twice.
You can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
It's a good one, yeah. We have Saf is hopefully. By the way, Saf reached out
No
to me.
way, I missed-
and
yeah, I
she's
missed-
supposed to be
yeah.
coming to Michigan soon, and she asked if she could come in
Oh, good
and
shit.
be on the podcast.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be a good one.
And I shouldn't have said. I'm not sure.
Don't worry about it.
My
It's
bad.
okay, baby.
But anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, Silver Cash says, finally off Saturday. Everyone having a good day so far.
Silver Cash, we're having a great day, and
He's
Silver
coming
Cash
soon.
is coming, right? Silver
Yeah,
Cash is coming.
he was gonna come on the podcast, I think, soon.
And by
too,
the way,
right?
Silver Cash, I'm gonna call you out right now.
We're getting pizza ovens.
We're getting pizza ovens. Maybe you tell me what kind of pizza oven you want me to get.
Yeah,
Because
and it'll be
we're
here
gonna-
waiting.
He says he's top 100 in the world for making pizza, and I don't disagree. I don't
doubt it.
disagree. I think maybe a top 100, but we're gonna put him to the test.
Yeah. You can't just be slinging
you
around
let me know
words
if
like
you
that.
need a little like wood fire. Send me a link to the pizza oven you want me to buy, so that you can.
It's gonna be
make a-
$5,000. It's gonna be like, just install it into the wall.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we'll see you soon, Silver Cash.
Yep.
Little Bogus says, here's my weekly portion of 1 million for the
So
expansion.
Little Bogus was here for us. Was it Wednesday or was it?
It was Wednesday.
Yeah,
I know
Wednesday.
it felt like a long time ago. I
just
thought it was
seemed
weeks
like-
ago.
So she was the VIP in the VIP room, and she's always in the chat.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool.
And then our boy Jason from Morph Mixology says, I'm trying to understand the large constrictor band here in Montana. What kind of logic is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Dakotah said.
It's still snowing there.
Yeah, it's just still to this day. I mean, Yellowstone's still shut down.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
But so lizards, what's your I mean, I know it's hard because people ask me all the time, what's your favorite lizard?
You can't.
I can't pick it. It's like, yeah, right. But I mean, what do you really do enjoy working with? Top 10.
I mean, I love the monitor lizards. You can't not love the monitor lizards.
Now, can you guys keep big monitors there?
No, we can't.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons.
So biggest is like Argus?
Yeah. Even Argus, I think, because we have the Argus in the building in Dover.
Okay.
So that's in New Hampshire, so we should be all good with that. But
so you're building now. You're a tattattoo artist?
No.
Okay, I thought when you said I didn't know.
No, I know a guy.
That's when you said know a guy. I'm like, okay, well, you're coming to. So what's your building?
I would have like way more tattoos.
So you don't have enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely not enough. So what's your building for? Just reptiles?
Just reptiles. It's so it was a barn refurbished into a garage.
Okay.
That was refurbished into a grow room. That's then refurbished now into reptile keeping.
It's interesting how grow rooms and reptiles go.
It's almost it's almost like grow rooms turn into reptile rooms.
Didn't have to touch the outlets. They were already like 57 outlets.
Yeah, and the lighting was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
it was perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so perfect.
They have a nice little industrial fan, so I can just turn it on, suck all the bad smells out. Yeah,
it's like
too bad they don't have those carbon filters on it. That'd even be better. Because most grow places now use carbon filters on it, so you don't smell anything. You could do that in a fucking rodent area, but I think the ammonia from the rodents actually does decay the
carbon.
Yeah, it
interesting.
It kills
no idea.
Yeah, so it doesn't decay the carbon. It actually kills the condenser.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why it's hard to filter rodents. So really difficult. Like people use swamp coolers and stuff like that for rodents and stuff like that. But
I'm just getting into rodents.
Really?
Starting my couple litters right now. Because we're starting to get into ball pythons, and then I realized, at my local pet store, $25 for one rat.
What?
Are you kidding me?
What?
$25.
Where are they getting these from? Mars?
I think they the ones that parachuted in the Guam.
Yeah, the Guam.
They got Tylenol in them, so it comes a little extra.
Tylenol and a ripcord.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I'm like, I'm breeding my own rats. I'm not doing it.
You have to at that point.
We're doing some rats now.
Yeah, good. Well, that's good. Now you'll be a rat guy. You won't be a snake guy or a reptile guy anymore.
I mean, I've always loved rats. I've always had little pet rats.
Rats are cool.
Awesome.
That's why I don't breed rats. Is because I keep them all. Mm-hmm. That's my problem. I can't feed them off.
That's a big problem, especially with the wife is trying to keep, she's like, I want to keep this one. I was like,
no,
you should get 7 from this litter.
Yeah.
You gotta...
I met her. You should get rid of her.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, no.
We're obviously joking.
I'm joking. She's in the other room. She's going to kill me when we leave.
Yeah.
But okay, so Argus monitors.
My last trip to the Reptarium.
Yeah, the last trip. Brian's
told you that?
Everything I heard about Brian's true.
Yeah.
He's a bad person.
He broke up my family.
I saw him kicking kittens before we went on the podcast.
Yeah. That's always that's how we get warmed up.
That's how we get warmed up. We got me and Dakotah. We're seeing how far we could punt kittens.
It turns out he's got a hell of a leg on him.
Yeah.
Should have went varsity.
15 feet.
Yeah,
15 feet,
which is pretty impeccable.
15 feet, man. I've done 30 yards before through the uprights.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's a good distance for a cat, so I just set a number.
30's in there.
Yeah, you haven't been in reptiles long enough. You'll learn. Simple Man.
Simple Man says, hope you're all doing well. Great Facebook stream last night, Brian.
Thank you. Obviously we did a Facebook stream. We did the second ever audio live chat on Facebook. Okay. Probably not the best idea to do the second ever of anything, but because there were some technical glitches. We were supposed to have Tom Crutchfield and Ty Park on. We did get Tom on, and Tom was fantastic, by the way. I mean, he was really good. We never were able to get Ty on, unfortunately. So we did, instead of Legends of Reptiles, we did Legend of Reptiles.
And, good fix.
And but Ty was trying the whole time, and we were literally my helper was literally on a conference call with Facebook and Ty the entire 30 minutes with their tech team, and they still could not get Ty to somehow get escalated to speaker in this live chat. So it was a half hour. We're going to do 5 more of these.
Yes, 6 total.
6 total. I can't really. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say who's on next, but all 6 are going to be really nice. So
I'll have to tune in. I was busy trying to sleep.
And the cool thing is, it's an audio one too, so you could just while you're cleaning cages, you just put it on and
interesting enough. The weird thing about it is you could only do it mobile. You can only do it mobile.
Really? No, that's weird.
Yeah, so you can't do it on a laptop or
Weird.
a
I did
tablet.
not know that.
Yeah, it's only mobile. And for now, and this is even weirder for now, and I love this. I actually am going to, I just got to savor the moment for a second here. Okay, for now, you have to have an Apple.
Oh, damn. Isn't that such a bitch,
So Dakotah, what do you think about that?
What do you think about that, man?
What do you think about that? You're not invited to the cool
we've been
club.
on this podcast long enough, Brian.
Get me out of
It's
here.
the shortest podcast I've ever done. So Dakotah's
that
a
is crazy.
Samsung guy, but I think you can listen on a Samsung. You just can't when they release. I'm sure by the time they release it to the public,
Yeah, it will
you'll be
be.
able to
They'll
do it
have
on
it on the right
Android.
platform,
on
too.
the right platform. Too. Yeah,
Good shit.
but yeah. So it's a little bit of weird. We definitely were in beta stage, and there were definitely a bunch of glitches, but thankfully it went through. So thanks, Simple Man. I'm glad that you joined me, man.
Sharon says, "Hey, Brian and Jay, just sending some love."
Thank you. Don't
Sharon.
worry about Dakotah.
Yeah, don't Dakotah. But this one we can go for Dakotah. Gary asks, apart from
Sharon,
a bearded
thank you.
dragon, what would be the best first lizard to keep?
Yeah, you're a lizard guy. What's the best? Tokay gecko?
Yes. Okay, in all seriousness, no, Tokay geckos, you can't kill Tokay geckos, man.
That
I
is
mean, those
true.
things are as
I've
hardy
tried.
as
Yeah, we've been whipping them at the wall
I've
for
tried.
months.
Yeah, I had my group in the freezer
No.
for 6 months. And they're still
There you
alive.
go. I
They're
mean,
still alive.
Tokay geckos, they can survive Maine's winters.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah. If you wanted to pass a law, it'd be Tokay geckos.
I got to get out of there before Maine catches wind of this because
Yeah.
my army, I mean, we're getting up there.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Crested geckos. I mean,
Yeah, crested
crested
are
geckos
good.
Yeah,
are
that's a
just
good
the
answer.
easiest little things.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, 'cause they don't
maybe a
need-
leopard gecko too,
Yeah.
but I think crested geckos are easy. I mean,
don't even need a
humidity
light.
thing, but other
Yeah.
than that, yeah.
Yeah, you don't
no
need
light.
you don't need heat.
No
you
live
don't, yeah.
insects. You just
Yeah.
put the
Yogurt
what is
in
it,
there.
Yogurt, the Go-Gurt, and you're good to go.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. I mean, I always say I think that the top three are bearded dragons, leopard geckos, and crested geckos. But of those, the cresteds have the least amount of work.
Yeah.
You know, they're very easy to care for. You can throw them in the kid's bedroom without any heat, and you're
Good to
fine.
go.
You know, you don't need an expensive setup. You know, so I agree with you. I think that's good advice right there, Dakotah.
Janet says, "Sending love from Bear Lake, Michigan."
Bear
Beautiful.
Lake is beautiful. You want to punch it up? Have you ever
Yeah.
seen Bear Lake?
I haven't, but I've heard.
Oh,
I've
man,
heard you talk about
It's
it.
beautiful.
I didn't know Michigan existed until now.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
It's actually a state, in it's a state in the U.S.
I also didn't know Detroit
Oh, that
was in
is this
Michigan.
real?
It's Chicago.
I learned.
No, I was gonna say that's in. All right, let me put Michigan. I was like, that's
Yeah,
Idaho.
That's Idaho.
I'm like,
Bear Lake.
damn, let's go right now, bruh. Oh, this is cool though.
Look at those blue waters, those Caribbean waters. man.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. You wouldn't realize, but we
Caribbean.
get like weird Caribbean water over here, but it's freezing
crazy.
cold.
But that's Maine water. I mean, you guys ship it in.
Yeah.
Michigan. But
Actually, I made a drop off before I came over here.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
go
happened
on.
to be in town.
Yeah, in town. That's why you're here tonight. Is because you're dropping off. Look
This
at
is
that.
this is
clear water.
Torch Lake. This is one of the
Torch.
most beautiful lakes in the world.
In the world. It's the top 5 in the world. So take that, Maine.
Yeah, what you got?
And you know the
No,
weird
I'm just
thing is
kidding.
that I've been very close to Torch Lake, but I've never actually been to.
We
Torch
need to
Lake.
go, Brian.
So why aren't we there now? That's
That's what I want.
is.
I want to find this, whatever this
Yeah,
is.
I don't know what that is either, but it's.
For
We'll get a
the
couple
lake's
of 'em.
flooded
I
right
bet you
now.
that's. If I look at that picture, I would say ancient aliens had to. do
Yeah, it looks
something
like a
that.
Stonehenge almost. You know.
Yeah. So are you? Have you had success? What have you had success breeding?
So we started about 6 years ago.
Okay.
We started doing crested geckos.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a couple of your
This
babies.
is back
are
then.
beautiful.
This is like year one. I was like, I'm gonna breed reptiles, and I got a couple of crested geckos, really cheap crested geckos. My favorite part is I used to put the eggs just on some super hatch in a bowl
Okay.
and just
Leave
leave
them.
them out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, about 10% humidity. Obviously,
Oh, wow.
100% hatch rate. It was
Wow.
all yeah.
yeah, that's
I
not
did
the
not
way
have
to-
much
yeah,
success with it.
Yeah, yeah. Those,
But after crested geckos, then I stopped breeding for a year or two, and then 2018 or 2019, I started DBCB Exotics. So we've been doing crested geckos. We've had a lot of success with. I figured out closing the bowl.
Yeah,
or the
it helps.
humidity
Helps
apparently
humidity,
is
yeah.
a thing that they need.
yeah, just a little bit.
So we do crested geckos. We've had success with gargoyles. We did red-eyed crocodile skinks for a number
Oh,
of
no
years.
kidding. Okay.
We ended up selling all our pairs recently.
Okay.
So don't message me about crocodile.
Yeah, because
skinks.
everyone's
I
like, please give me some red-eyed
Crocodile
crocodile.
skinks.
People love red-eyed
Oh,
crocodile
man.
skinks, don't they? But they hide. You
They're
know?
not. I have plenty of videos on my channel stating why red-eyed crocodile skinks are the worst pet you can possibly
See?
own.
And that's what I'm saying. I love them. They're super cool. But people are constantly like, you need red-eyed crocodile skinks for the reptarium. And I'm like, no, I don't. You know,
You
but
never
thank
see
you.
it.
You can do
Thank
one
you.
right now. Just put an empty tank.
Yeah,
up
yeah.
there
See,
with-
there it is.
Yeah,
Just put the name on it.
Yeah. I have a couple of those tanks already. You don't ever see the animals.
Yeah.
And I question
I was
that all
trying
the time.
to look for those monkey-tailed skinks, Brian.
Yeah.
I didn't see any.
It's a lot cheaper when you don't actually have them.
Yeah.
No, they'll be. When we're done, we go up there. I bet you they'll be out.
Yep, they'll be right up at the front
Usually-
usually.
I was
Yeah.
I was like, oh, monkey-tailed skinks. I was like,
Yeah. No. I actually love that enclosure because you don't see them most
It's
of
a
the
really
time.
nice looking
but
enclosure.
but because they're happy. They're happy. They're loving it, man. But by 6, 7 o'clock they come down. And
Yeah, and they'll
always
chill
down.
there the whole night.
Yeah, they'll chill at the night, so you'll see them by the end, and they're cool. Yeah, the male is actually protective but handleable. Female a little less handleable. But you know, like once you get them out of the cage, the male he's pretty chill. But they've got razor sharp,
Claws and
well, teeth too.
They're
I got
walnut
that one
crushing
time,
teeth, yeah.
But their claws are just wicked. I mean, they will rip you apart. Just hang on to you.
do they
just,
eat walnuts?
no, but
Yeah,
they could
yeah.
crush. They could crush
Yeah,
that.
they'll
for
eat
sure.
Oh, it's a
snails
bummer.
and stuff like that.
I
Even though
actually
they're
have some
mainly
walnuts in my pocket.
mainly
It's
they're
ready.
mainly we feed them
Smart.
vegetables. Weirdly enough,
Yep.
but they will eat snails in the wild and stuff.
Okay.
So they can crush shells. Okay.
Stephanie's threw $100. I did, or $100. Sorry.
ZAR, yep.
And I didn't realize. I didn't see her thing anywhere. So if you had a comment that you wanted to post, just post it
She's
down
from
below.
South Africa.
South Africa. Let Rose Burns says still trying to wrap my head around the salamander breeding ban in Alaska.
God.
Yeah, that's another good one, right? You know, I mean, especially Alaska, because Alaska's a red state, number one, right? So they're usually typically
lenient.
Libertarian.
Yeah. I mean, they're typically they're not passing a lot of legislation. And you know, I understand like some of these, a lot of these salamander bans obviously have to do with Kittredge fungus.
Oh, really?
But I don't really think there's a native salamander in Alaska. I don't know that. Can you punch
Yeah, I
up?
think there is,
let's
yeah.
say- yeah. What is in Alaska? Like, you know, if you salamander in Alaska, let's say, because if there is a native salamander, then I guess I understand. It's home to 3 species of salamander.
Yep. Northwestern
Okay,
salamander,
so-
long-toed, and rough skin.
So let roses burn. That's your answer then, is that they probably don't want other salamanders coming in with Kittredge fungus and wiping out their native wildlife.
Yeah, you got to remember, they're very important.
Yeah, and that's the one thing Alaska does do very well is protect their native
Yes, they do.
wildlife. So in that way, I almost do agree with it. You know, I mean, I go, okay, I understand that because, you know, number one, if there's 3 species of salamander, it means other salamanders could live in Alaska. I didn't think they would, but obviously they do. And then number 2, if you did bring some kind of fungal infection into, you could wipe out the native 3 native species. So I mean, I'll give Alaska a pass on that one.
Me
I
too.
will. Yeah.
Greg's Reptiles Studio says, hey, Brian, Jay, and Dak for Dakotah, and says, I'm looking to start a nonprofit reptile rescue in Connecticut. Do you have any experience or suggestions on how to get started? Thanks, fam.
So first off, I mean, obviously Connecticut is another one of those weird states that has a lot of laws. So make sure you know all your laws from Connecticut so that you know what you're actually able to rescue and what you aren't able to rescue. Then when you're talking about non-for-profit, you're going to have to start a 501c3, which is a non-for-profit organization, meaning that you need principals to that nonprofit. And it's a little bit difficult to set up a non-for-profit 501c3. But once you do it, it's not that bad. And then basically you go from there. So first, find your laws. Second, find yourself an attorney that can set you up a 501c3. And then you're off to the races.
That's it.
Yeah.
Silver Cash says, wow, $25 a rat. I definitely understand. I got into breeding, and now I make $300 to $600 a week.
Yeah. He's crushing rats. He does pizzas and rats.
That's it.
That's his
600
actual
a week on just rats?
Yeah, so $600 a week, and then he makes millions on pizzas.
Yeah, millions and millions.
Millions.
He's
of
the
dollars.
best pizza guy out there, right?
Top 100.
Top 100.
Now, does his pizza skills transfer to his rat
Yeah,
breeding
100%.
skills?
We
He
think,
said-
we think
yeah.
it's a secret
I
ingredient.
think they're like
yeah.
intertwined, right?
Yeah, I think
'Cause you
it's-
can like
yeah.
spin the rats and
Yeah.
then the
Well,
babies just shoot,
that's why his
right?
pepperonis taste different than other pepperonis.
Ah,
Yeah.
pepperonis.
The little
yeah,
ammonia.
pepperonis.
Yeah, you're smart.
red pepperonis.
Very good.
Yeah.
Timothy says, Cumid night anole eggs didn't make it, but caught them locked up again yesterday, so fingers crossed. How's the new boegas doing lately? Have they started feeding on their own yet?
Yeah, all the boegos are eating on their own, so that's all great. What do you think about Cuban night anoles? I happen to love anoles, by the way.
So I was in Texas up until I was 18 years old.
Okay.
And, anoles, we call them anoles. I don't know where these anoles came from.
Yeah, anoles, yeah.
I mean, I think that's a south to north thing. But
Yeah,
anoles.
anoles.
They were always on the fence, the gate. They're a fun little lizards.
look at these- some of
I know
these
the Cuban
species.
Knights. The Cuban Knights are giant.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're cool.
Too.
I mean, but
I like
look
the
at
ones
this
where it
one.
looks like they have the red lips. It looks like they wear
where are you
lipstick.
looking? Right down here?
Yeah, look at that blue one. I mean, that thing is
That one's
cool.
pretty nice.
That's amazing. I mean,
Ooh,
That's-
that one's nice.
Yeah.
there's a lot of Anoles that are
Almost like chameleon-esque in color
yeah, they're
too.
very cool. Now,
Almost
that
look
looks like maybe an
a Cuban
axanthic.
false. Yeah.
That almost looks like a yeah, exactly. There's Cuban false chameleons that are.
God, they're beautiful.
So that one's really cool. I like that Anoles right there.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It almost reminds me of Karma.
Right. Exactly.
You know, but
very
just a
much,
slightly
yeah.
different face.
So I think that to me, I think Anoles are an underappreciated genus. I really do. I
agree too.
that,
And do you think it's
yeah.
because we have so many in Florida that people just hear Anole?
I think when people think Anole or Anoles, they think of those little
things.
Brown
tiny
and
things
green
that are
ones.
running around Florida.
Yeah.
But there's actually some pretty well now Cuban night Anoles are running around in South Florida
that's
too.
true.
A lot of you'll find those out in the wild as well. But there's all these other species of Anoles that are incredible. So yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Maybe I
cool.
need to get into Anoles.
I think if you sold off everything and just specialize in Anoles, I think you'd do well.
Don't tempt me, Brian.
Yeah, he's all right. I got a
Grace.
buyer.
Challenge accepted.
Sammy Young
Brian,
says,
you
"Love
want some Tokays?
Yeah. I know a
I do
guy.
want to actually.
Sammy Young says, "Love the Facebook chat last night and great podcast today."
Thank you so much. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I think it'll get better once we get the technical side figured out. When my next Facebook live chat room goes, it'll be about 2 weeks from now. I think by then they'll have a lot of the bugs fixed. I can tell you from the end of doing it, it was not as easy as I'd like it to be. You know,
yeah.
I mean, like so it was this weird thing where it was like, okay, Tom and Ty, go to your Facebook feed at 5:55, or no 5:57, and then at 5:58 refresh your feed.
Oh my!
Then press on the live chat thing, and then we'll add you as speakers. That's how they got on. Very confusing. For me, there's this live chat room, and when I went through the training, it was like there was a go live button. And Jay, you've been through this with the podcast before. As soon as I clicked the chat room, I was live.
Yeah,
I was like,
I hate it. And YouTube's done that to us where like it just for 2 weeks it would be like
Yeah.
every time I did a podcast we're like going live early.
yeah, it's like the first 10 minutes, like you didn't know you were on.
Yeah.
So they'll get that fixed out, and that chat room will look better. So you obviously work with Tokay geckos.
Yep.
Do you work with any mutations or just normal Tokays?
No, I work with a lot. I think I'm missing 3 mutations.
So what
I
are
mean,
they?
Although there's stuff that's hidden out there, I don't know.
So what do we got?
So right now we're working with reduced pattern.
Which will be the bluey ones.
Yeah, the like blue-headed greens,
Yep.
but they still have the reduced patterns have the white barring, where
Yep.
the blue-headed greens are just green body, blue
Okay,
head.
yeah.
So we got those powder blue patternless.
Oh, those are nice.
We've got green galaxies, which is a
Wow.
I think it's a line bred trait
Sounds
over by
good. Whatever it is,
Oregon
it's-
at Homegrown Scales.
Whatever it is, it sounds amazing.
Green galaxies are cool. Yeah. Granites. We got a couple of granites,
Wow.
which is cool. And then super reds we also have.
Oh, those are nice too.
Yeah,
I've seen those.
I got
yeah.
my first super red female. I think 6 months ago, 7 months
Okay.
ago.
All right, cool.
That's when I started really taking the plunge and getting
Gotcha.
like
Well,
the
you
expensive
have
Tokays.
a nice
Lineup,
group of
yeah.
Tokays
Yeah, we're
then.
working I think with 20 different Tokays right now.
Okay. Now, are any of them tame?
Yes.
Yeah.
One very strange wild caught adult. He's my biggest male.
Really? Wow, caught
And
too.
yeah, he's like really spastic. He almost moves like a crocodile skink, you know,
Yeah.
where they're kind of like they like
Right.
shake and they
Yeah.
twitch.
Yeah,
He,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Jumps on me and he's like a squirrel almost. He's
Yeah.
very squirrely.
Squirrely.
But yeah, it doesn't bite me. As long as you don't
Interesting.
try to like grab him, but if
Yeah.
you like open palm and just let
Yeah.
him jump on you.
Well, have you
totally
seen
fine.
Kevin seems to tame all his down? And I don't know how he does that.
I think he puts him in the freezer.
Yeah,
for
Yeah,
a
yeah,
couple
cools
minutes
him off
before
for
he
yeah.
Put some CBD
Look at
in
this
the water.
video. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. Yeah, CBD. You microdosing.
Yeah.
He's
Didn't wanna
microdosing
expose the
mushrooms.
reptile YouTuber tips, but that's how we do it. That's
Yeah.
the secret.
I remember people used to say that about Steve Irwin. They said that when he did Mambas, he would stick them in a cooler and ice.
Oh my
and I know that's not true, but that's
Yeah.
what people used
It
to
seems
say.
a little
Yeah.
far fetched. I mean, how would you get it in the cooler?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's probably more dangerous to put it in the cooler.
And get it out.
Than
Yeah,
just
yeah.
handling it.
Just keep the thing out of the cooler and you'll be fine.
Wow, that's a
you know?
really great point. I never even thought of that. Where it's like getting it
Yeah,
in the
so-
cooler's
yeah.
already doing what you were gonna do. So
Yeah, so take that, Steve Irwin haters.
Idiots.
This
Debunked.
is where in the podcast we need
Myth
that
busted.
big debunked.
like the stamp.
yeah,
debunked.
Yeah, debunked like on Ghost
yeah,
Adventures.
yeah.
Debunked.
Yoshi the Chungus
Whoa, Yoshi the
says,
Chungus. How
love
are
to
you?
see both the guys who got me into reptiles doing a podcast together. Both of you are killing it. Keep up the great work.
Well, that's awesome. That's cool stuff. Yeah.
Yoshi's awesome. In my live stream last week, we were doing a bit of a streamathon trying to get some rainbow Jacksons.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And Yoshi donated like a good amount of money. I think he actually paid for the chameleons pretty much.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we got some rainbow
Yoshi,
Jacksons coming thanks to Yoshi.
Yeah.
So huge shout out to him.
And he's a good Canadian man, so that's good.
He sells school buses too. So if you guys need school
What?
buses,
Oh, we need school buses.
Well,
I have a hookup.
We should buy a school bus. And
We need
and-
one.
What did Logan Paul call his school bus? Do you remember that?
No.
It was like the party bus or the
I think it might have been the party bus.
party bus or something like that. But
yeah,
that
we
was a
need it.
dope bus,
You need
man.
to make it like the battle bus. You know,
The battle bus,
Yeah,
like
get some
put little
Fortnite in there.
turrets in there and shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, guns,
Yeah.
gun turrets. Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
the kitties on it. And just
Can you drive that down the road with gun turrets?
I'm sure it's Michigan. It's open
Michigan.
carry.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you guys,
As long as they're
have
not
you guys
concealed.
ever seen like the Resident Evil makeover vehicles? It was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
flamethrower. I mean,
Yeah.
they're driving on the road. Why
Yeah.
can't we with
Yeah.
bus turrets?
It seems good. So you also do YouTube.
Yep. I've
So-
been doing YouTube for about 2 years now.
About 2 years now. Same. What's your YouTube name?
Same, yeah. It's
Yes,
DBCB Exotics for
Exotics.
everything. DB
CB. DBCB. Exotic.
CDBA
EBGBs.
Exotics. Yeah.
What
yeah.
is it? Wait, now I'm confused.
It's
what the hell is
it's
this damn thing?
TTYL.
TT.
Yeah, TTYL.
Listen,
Did you hear?
GTFO reptiles.
If you guys think that name's bad, I'll let you in on a little industry secret from Dakotah. I'm not very imaginative with my name. Obviously, my name is my first name, my last name, and captive bred. Before that,
captive
I
bred.
named it Jungle Herps.
See, I was wondering if yeah, I was wondering if
Yeah.
there was
I've caught
That
those
lasted
before.
about 3 weeks, and I was like,
People are like,
I think
"You
I should
can't be
probably
doing
change
that."
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I caught
Yeah.
that one. It's hard to get rid of, man.
Yeah,
A lot of
it's-
medication.
Yeah, it's well, that's. Did you know that Ryan Higa from YouTube? Do you know who he is?
No.
He was one of the OGs of YouTube. I mean, he I bet you I don't. He's got.
Ryan Higa?
Can you even punch up like Ryan Higa? Like how many subscribers he has? I don't know if he's
How do you
even.
spell his last name?
Higga.
Okay. Ryan Higa,
Yeah,
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Looks like he's doing Twitch now, too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's still doing YouTube.
Let's get to his...
Oh, I
Yeah,
know
I'm
who
just
this
wa-
guy is.
Yeah. I mean, he's like but his YouTube name is Nigga Higa, and
That's good stuff.
and what he's 21 million. So he's a pretty.
Just a
When was
little
his
bit more
last?
than me,
So he hasn't
just
posted in
slightly.
a year, unfortunately.
Make sure
But
that's right.
yeah, that's definitely. But he talked about that, like he made that name not knowing he was going to blow up, and then all of a sudden he was like, okay,
Yeah, I
now
can't do
I'm-
anything about
now
it.
I'm stuck.
I've been thinking, I was like, I
Oops.
should have made like a creative name, but no. Now I'm
Yeah.
DBVB Exotics.
DBVB.
DBAD.
Yeah.
CD Exotics.
Yeah, it's like
RFOL, yeah.
a lawyer. He's a lawyer on the side.
Yeah.
The whatever.
I'll
they
hit you
say.
with the MJS and S and R.
Yeah, exactly.
law firm. Yeah.
No, it's cool. So how often did you post on YouTube?
So I post Monday through Fridays right now.
Really, all
Yeah.
5 days?
Yeah, 5 days.
That's
I
incredible.
got about 330 videos out right now.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really good, man. Seriously,
seriously, congrats,
That's really
It's been a huge grind, but yeah.
yeah, it is a huge grind. We know, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So but that's awesome. Good for you.
Even although I will give these guys a lot more credit, not only you guys like way more production value than my videos, but those just 2 days mean a lot.
Yeah, to
I did,
wind
of
down.
course, Vlogmas in December.
Yeah.
I did the daily, and it just eats you.
Yeah.
5 days is a breeze compared.
Yeah.
like not having a day. It
Yeah,
really
just not
eats you
having
up.
that that mental where you
Creative
don't have
buffer.
to think. You know,
Yeah. Yep.
I know Savannah from Gatorland has done Vlogmas for the last few years, and now she does the first year she tried to do vlog every day, and I think she got to it was like the 17th or 18th, and she called me up and she's like, Brian, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to
That-
die.
that
you
was
know?
me. That
And
was me.
and now she's the last 2 years. I think what she does is she'll do 4 vlogs a week and then 3 lives a week.
Yeah.
And so she just
Yeah,
kind of
switches it up.
cheats.
Doesn't
it,
have to
you know,
edit
it's
it,
like
yeah.
it's just like live whatever she does.
She's
And
daily-ing.
yeah, so she's still Vlogmas, but it's not edited or anything like that. So, but we love Gatorland and we love Savannah, so she's great. As a matter of fact,
Gatorland's awesome.
by the way, today's Croc Fest. You know.
Is it?
No.
Yeah, today was Croc Fest.
I did not know.
I would have loved to go down there. So, but unfortunately, we're going to be in Florida here in a couple weeks. So it's kind of just can't go down there and then be back and then back
Well,
again.
you did get the next best thing, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
talking to me.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Blessed.
weighing that. You know,
Yeah.
Croc Fest, Dakotah,
We could always see Croc Fest another year.
Yeah,
DVDA Exotics.
Yeah, DVD,
Yeah, DVD player
WA,
exotics, yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G exotics. Yeah,
Love
so
it.
I decided to be here.
Yeah, no, and that's perfect. I am
Thanks,
too.
Brian. I
Brick
appreciate
oven.
it.
would
Yeah,
be
so
good.
Silver Cash says brick oven would be best. I work with a conveyor at work, pump out 1,000 pizzas a day.
He does not pump out 1,000
He
does.
pizzas
He does.
a day. He does 1,000 pizzas a day.
pizzas a day is what he tells us. Yeah.
Oh wait, tells you? No.
But I believe him because he's Silver Cash.
Yeah, he's crushing it.
Silver Cash, I'm gonna need you to make a YouTube channel and live stream this 1,000.
Honestly, it would go bang. It would go viral.
Dude, if you just did a time lapse of
1,000
pizzas,
viral instantly.
Dude, you'd be like, I mean, I would turn my channel over to you. Speaking of that, we released a video today on Animal Bites TV, Snake Bites TV / whatever it is. Today, the first time, it's called The Plug. My boy MJ is the host. It's a recap video about what happens in the reptile hobby. So for number one, for you guys listening right now, please go check that out. Show it some love. Every week we'll have a new thing. But there were a couple people that thought I sold him the channel.
I know.
They're like, Brian, did Brian sell you this channel?
Come on.
And it was funny because I made a post and signed it Brian, like saying, this is our new thing, thanks for support, Brian.
You think
and then
people read?
People are like, I can't believe Brian sold it.
Yeah.
We're talking about the YouTube comment section here.
Yeah. It's a high intelligence. There.
Yeah, not Scott.
Yeah. So Snake Bites is alive. Animal
This is
Bites
awesome,
is alive, man.
And
So-
more content
I got
to come
started
soon.
on snake bites, obviously. I feel like 90% of the people, it was,
so
go
weird.
to Zoo Creatures because I'm in New England, get
Yeah.
the bearded dragon, come home, watch Reptile YouTube. All of a sudden, Brian pops up.
Yeah, now look where you're
Now
at.
look
what
at
you're
me.
at.
You're in the
You know-
pod
I'm
cave.
in the podcast cave.
Yeah, see?
I did it.
See, now that's a recipe for your success, everybody.
Buy a bearded dragon.
Just buy a bearded dragon from Kevin.
Watch Brian.
Watch
Watch Brian.
Question mark?
Yeah.
Profit.
Profit podcast.
More
It's
profit.
that simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I mean,
That's what we're trying to do here.
we're trying to make dreams come true.
That's it. Chelsea Ferguson, her message is retracted.
It's
She's
probably
got
something
2 in a
terrible.
row.
It's probably something terrible.
Hold on, let me see.
She's probably like,
She says, "What's up? I'm in the Reptarium right now."
oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Hey.
But guess what? We can smell you.
Yeah, I knew I smelled something.
No, yeah, we're literally 8 feet below you.
I know.
So Chelsea, if you happen to watching or watch this after, hopefully I'll get up there in time to meet you. Thank you for visiting the Reptarium. I hope you have an amazing time. I would suggest holding Salt. I would suggest
She
holding
got so
Perdita.
big, Brian.
Yeah, she got big. I would suggest that and feed alligators because that's a fun thing to do.
Oh, it's always a blast.
Are we going to be able to hold salt after this?
No,
Not
no,
you.
not you.
No.
How many
No, it's
super
only for
chats do I
patrons.
need?
What's your boy's name? Yoki.
Yeah, Yoshi Chung.
Yoshi, bring on the
Yoshi.
rolls. Your boy's got to hold an alligator.
Yoshi, if you can do $25. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we're just fucking with you.
I'm
We
just
got you.
joking. Yeah, you can of course hold salt, 100%.
Silver Cash says, "I haven't flown in 10 years, so this is going to be an awesome vacation."
Wow, look at that, man. That's it. Yeah,
Dude.
he's gonna,
it's
we
not a fun time. I don't know.
Yeah. Trust me, it's not fun. Wood oven? So Silver Cash, send us send Jay a thing because I think you can buy like a wood fire oven, like portable oven or something like that.
I'm sure
not
you can. I'm sure you can.
So if I
not,
can,
you're going to make the URL for it.
If I can buy it. Oh wait. Oh yeah.
I already know. No, you don't need. I'll remind you. I got you.
We got to talk about this, man. We got to talk about this.
Don't talk about it right now.
Not on the podcast.
Don't
After the
fucking even dare
podcast.
you say
Another business idea. Another URL that we have to look into tonight.
Yes.
I'm excited now.
MAM or MAM, I don't know which one, but I'm guessing MAM Exotics says sending love to PCP, DCB, DBCB Exotics, baby.
PCP.
Yeah, no.
Exotics.
Yeah, to DBCB
That's
Exotics.
for something entirely different, not
Yeah,
reptile related.
Yeah, he's
but
got that one too.
I got the URL.
I got
though.
that URL.
Yeah, God damn it. I was going to buy that URL, but I just couldn't
right underneath you.
Listen, after the podcast, we can talk. I'm not too partial with it.
Yeah, that's good, because I'm really strong on it. Really strong on that one.
Alex says, "Hey Brian, have you thought about breeding Lucy again? I know you said you'd never breed her
Yeah.
again, but was wondering if you had changed your mind."
So the reason I stopped breeding Lucy was not because, well, there was two things. Number one, I didn't really want to breed big snakes,
Right.
Not that I'm against it. I don't mind people breeding big snakes. I think big snakes are amazing. I'm never going to bash them. I personally just didn't know if I wanted to be selling 20-foot snakes, right? That's just me.
Dude, that's
it was a
fine.
personal decision. But more importantly, last time Lucy laid eggs, she bound up.
Oh,
She ended up passing the eggs on her own.
But still, that's
I just
scary.
thought, like, I can't. If I lost
Yeah.
that snake because I bred her, and I just didn't ever want to take that chance again. So
she's
I don't
okay.
think I'll ever breed. And then we have a couple other females. Like I might breed butterscotch. I've thought
Mm-hmm.
about breeding butterscotch to Night Fury, the black retic.
That would be nice.
I've thought about doing that just to produce some more Motley Golden Childs and hopefully maybe some black ones. But I don't. Again, I don't have an interest really in producing big snakes. But at the same time, it'd be I love breeding snakes, and to produce something I've never produced before,
it's just exciting.
Would be pretty interesting. So I might do that like one time, one breeding, and that's it. And I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. But we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Leela says, Dakotah, do you have any plans to breed your whites?
Which whites he talking about?
Family? I don't know. No, but no.
I met these whites. Do
you have white tree frogs? Do you have?
Do you have white tree frogs?
I have one. I have White's tree frog.
Okay.
So that's where my confusion.
So yeah, it'd be a little
lies.
difficult to breed them.
Yeah. I mean, I can give it my best shot, but I don't know if anything's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But no, I think that would be cool though if you did. Have you ever thought about breeding frogs?
No. I, honestly, what's funny enough is I have a White's tree frog care guide. Best video on YouTube.
Really?
It was just something I did as a filler spot. It had now again, my best is like I think it's at like 40 or 50,000 views.
That's so great.
It's crazy, yeah.
But like everything else, I'm like this doesn't make any sense. Like why?
And that's probably it was a she, right? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay, so that she probably watched that video, and she's probably like,
wants me to, I mean, I'll get more white street frogs. I love them. White
they
street
are
frogs
cool.
are amazing.
Yeah, so if she can super chat him enough money to buy some more white street frogs,
you'll be good.
$65.99.
Yeah, $65.99. Yeah, you can just PayPal
plus tax.
And another message retracted.
Yes, and he did another one too, and it was retracted as well. So maybe he's finding a hard time to spell it.
Maybe he's up to the Reptarium too.
It's not impossible.
Yeah, we have this.
But NJ Falconry threw some love, so we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much, man.
Silver Cash says there's only one other rat breeder in my area. He's 45 minutes away, so I'm very convenient to a lot of people and are pet smart. Can't get enough in stock. I do live and frozen. One couple buys 100 every week.
Wow, that's awesome. Dang. Well, listen, we'll always plug Silver Cash on this. So if you live in, I don't even know where he lives. Do you?
If you live where Silver Cash lives,
if you know Silver Cash, buy his rats.
Yeah, if you buy pizza and you buy rats, buy them from Silver Cash
at the same time.
Actually, that would be a good slogan, right? If you buy pizza and rats, buy them from Silver Cash.
Yeah, it rhymes.
Yep.
It rhymes. It's a good slogan.
Yeah. That's facts.
I see nothing wrong with
Silver Cash. That's a free one on you.
And you can message me, Silver Cash. I don't know exactly where he lives, but I'm sure he's told me 1,000 times.
Yeah, but obviously he's got to get on a plane to fly here. So
yeah.
So he's a little bit.
You see, Simple Man trying to bust on Silver Cash.
What did he do there?
Look, well, I'm just seeing it. It's right next to each other. Yeah, so he probably seen him and he was like, "I'll one up you."
I'm going to one up you.
Yeah, Simple Man.
These guys, they'll sometimes super chat to each other, and I love it.
Yeah, we really love that.
It's like a super chat on super chat.
Yeah, it's like
guys. I live stream as well.
Yeah, if you guys want to talk,
guys want to fight it out over on mine. I mean,
if you want a love triangle going on over there,
come on over, man. Come on over.
Simple Man says that was an awesome clutch you cut on today's vlog. Great explanation of the genes as well.
I'm glad.
Good.
I didn't know if I was so I explained the Lilac genes, right? It
was
actually a GHI Mojave is what it was, and we talked about some other genes as well, soul suckers and so on like that. But super stripes. But sometimes when I explain things, I don't know if I'm helping or hurting.
Yeah, it's hard with a lilac. It's a hard one if you don't get it.
Let me try. So a lilac is the one where I'm going to sound like a dipshit.
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Okay, it's where in order to make it, it has to have each imprint on each parent, right?
Right.
So if you're doing like highways, it's gravel and granite.
Yellow belly.
Gravel. I don't think granite's a real thing.
No, right. Kevin thinks it is.
As you can see,
that's going to go to Kevin, by the way.
100%. Just that clip.
The next video he does, there's Brian said you're a liar.
Yeah, you idiot.
You're a fucking liar, Kevin.
He called you a dummy.
Yeah, no, that's what happens. Every time I say something like just in joking, people will then message the people. Brian said you lied.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be making a video about it after.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Brian's lying.
Brian said what about Kevin?
Yeah, expose Brian. Trust me, if you think your white tree frog video did good, just do that video. Brian exposed.
Oh,
they'll do real well. Put my face in there, and you'll get 50,000 views right like that.
Easily.
But yeah. So no, you did a good job though. So basically, a allelic has got to have expressions of both things. So basically, they share a protein on an allele that causes the allelic, expression, and they actually essentially act like a super of each of them, right? So like if you had a GHI Mojave, you can't reproduce a GHI Mojave from a GHI Mojave, but everything will either be Mojave or GHI. You'll have no normals. So those expressions, those expression of the genes almost act like a super version.
Yep.
Allelic's fucking weird.
It's a bizarre thing.
It's the middle ground one that doesn't make as much sense.
And with Tokays, I know there's some recessive stuff. But is a lot of it polygenic, or is it codominant or incomplete dominant? What do you think?
That's so funny. Someone just messaged me that while I was coming over here to Detroit. Someone messaged her like, "Is that what Tokay?" So, hey, if you're watching this, I'm about to answer your question.
There you go. Yay!
So there's a lot of recessives. There's a lot of incomplete dominant. And then there's just some stuff we don't know. Granite's a good one of those for everyone that keeps asking me about granite babies.
You just don't know yet.
You just don't know. It's this weird thing where there's no concrete proof or concrete way to get granites. But
you do reproduce them. They're inherent, or you don't know that either.
We don't know that. And the weirdest thing is you can start having normals that then 6 months to a year later start showing signs for granite. Well, over time, turn into granite.
That kind of reminds me of the calicos and the retics.
Yeah, that's
remember that?
Well, even with the calicos and tokays, granites have the potential to become calico or pied.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or pied.
So is
It's
any
strange.
of the pieds recessive or no? They're all calico granite.
Yeah, it's all that like lump calico pied granite. It's all this weird thing that we don't know too much about. And I think part of that is the reason there's just not that many granites out there anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know what's up with granites, man. There's something in the gene that just makes them extra feisty.
Really?
So yeah, mine are like wicked fresh.
Yeah.
And they don't like to breed. I finally got one clutch of eggs going. It took 7 or 8 months of them being paired together for them to finally get the job done.
That's crazy. I mean, that's wild. And I seriously think that I've said this a million times. Take away the pet trade where Tokays were coming in for $10, and even with them being as aggressive as they are, still from a beauty standpoint, if they didn't come in for $10 and let's say no one's ever seen a Tokay before.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, the first Tokays come in, they're $2,500 for a normal Tokay. Because they're a powder blue lizard with orange spots.
That are pretty big, too. They're not small. Like,
they're the second largest second largest gecko.
That's what I'm saying. They're a big animal.
I remember actually seeing them when we were in Indonesia in the wild. That's a trip.
Oh, that's
and they'll
cool.
just like be in the park. Like you're just going
like
to
a squirrel,
Like you could go to the park in Jakarta, you know what I mean? Like surrounded by high-rise buildings in the park. They're like, it's just chirping away at night. Wild, of course they only come out at night. Tom Crutchfield, actually, when I went to his place, had a giant Tokay that just lived in his backyard.
No way,
I have
really?
one that's just in my building because I keep getting roaches that get out, and I was like, I'm just gonna let a few out because again, my building is heated. It's about 80, 85 degrees in there. It's humid as shit. So
plus
before
you can't kill
anyone,
them. And
you can't kill them. They hibernate, they winterize, so they're indestructible. I just saw them a couple of weeks ago. I was lifting up some. I have plywood, just junk, and when I pull it up, I see a little face, and I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Did you ever? We showed this on a podcast recently. Did you ever see the fake Tokay that was actually like 5 foot long?
What was it? It was like a Savannah monitor.
Yeah, that was in a Tokay suit.
Yeah, it was like
so ridiculous.
It's so awesome. But would that be a great thing if they actually found that in the wild?
No, that would be terrifying. I don't know. I mean, that might be the end of mankind is a 5 foot Tokay gecko.
Yeah, that might be the end.
You're not wrong. That could be pretty scary.
That is true. It's worse than a snapping turtle for sure.
Let Roses Burn says, I did not know that. And this is about the salamander thing in Alaska. With the expansions, any plans on adding an invert wall? I'm thinking of looking for blue death feigning beetles.
Oh, those are cool. Sun beetles would be another great choice.
Yeah, I mean, we already have an invert wall, but I'd like to expand it for sure. And I could see adding something else. I've had this dream to have an ant farm in the Reptile.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
But it's you would think that would be easy. It's not.
Why not?
You can't. Did you know that you can't cross state lines with ants?
Oh,
I did not know this. So you have to get your own ants?
You can only get ants, queen ants, from within your own state.
Well, do you have an ant guy?
Unfortunately, so Ants Canada hooked me up with a guy in Michigan, but the guy had only carpenter ants.
Oh,
and so I'm like, give me some leaf cutters or something, you know what I mean? Like something really cool. I mean, I want something that would be through tubes and people could watch them, And but yeah, so that's another thing I'd like to add to the expansion if I can source out ants somehow. But I tried. I also tried to find bullet ants too, and that was impossible.
That would have been crazy.
I didn't want bullet ants. I just wanted to have David Dobrik get bit by a bullet ant.
Fun fact: the first time, what are they? The red velvet ants?
Yes.
Is that what? Yeah, they look like little caterpillars. I didn't know what bullet ants were, and I pet one when I was 10 years old.
That was good. That feel
Yeah.
good?
Well, it didn't sting me.
Oh,
so it was
good.
fine. I was like, oh my God. I had to have a picture of it on my phone. And I was
my
like,
gosh.
wow, that's a bullet ant.
Wow, yeah, that's
scary.
That's awesome. Well, good.
I'm glad you're still here with
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
I didn't die, so, I
Yeah,
guess
you're
it
still
wasn't
here,
scary.
so
It was
yeah,
a funny
exactly.
experience.
Yeah, stop being a pussy.
Yeah, Yoshi says, Dakotah, what made Tokay geckos the reptile you wanted to focus on? Love hearing about the Tokay progress.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is a good story. So much like the rest of the world, I didn't like Tokay geckos.
Really?
Yeah, I thought they were just nasty little creatures. I mean, they are nasty little creatures. Don't get me wrong.
But they're beautiful.
Renee wanted Tokay gecko. She's always wanted a Tokay gecko. So when we finally moved into our house, I was like, all right, she wants a reptile. Like obviously if your significant other wants a reptile, you don't say no.
Yeah, that's
So I
awesome.
went and got her a Tokay. And then I was like, wow, this thing's actually really cool.
Yeah.
And now I own 20.
Yeah. Well, I've always, like I said, I've loved Tokays. We owned them for a while here. They didn't make sense for us here because they hid a lot.
Yeah, they're not a great display.
They
pet.
hid, and then if you tried to take them out, they'd bite the shit out of you. And I'm telling you what, I got actually one of my very popular videos.
I just got it recommended to me yesterday.
The Tokay gecko?
The Tokay gecko
that
one.
hurt like hell.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was like no joke. And then Miguel from Always Evolving Pythons came out, and on Noah's channel, he got bit, and he was like, oh, that's bullshit. When he got bit, he was like ready to start like crying. He was like, oh
It's
my
no
God.
joke.
Yeah, the
man.
bites hurt. My hands are pretty scarred up. I
my
think it's all the
gosh.
calluses from the bites.
Really?
That now I'm like,
Now you're
I'm pretty
okay.
much invincible
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
point.
you can take on a chainsaw. Yeah, you'd be okay.
Yeah, more or less. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's that.
They are ridiculous, but they are beautiful and they're amazing animals, and I'm glad that people like you are paying attention to them because I think that they're underappreciated.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure,
There's a good handful of people out in the U.S. right now doing with them, but not nearly enough, I think.
Yeah.
Especially with the fact, the most impressive thing about him is, of course, the parental instincts. That was those and crocodile skinks, which is why I really got into them, is I wanted to learn more about the parental instincts with
So tell me
baby
what they
to,
do.
So they take care of the children. So you leave the eggs in there. You don't have to do anything.
Yep.
The eggs are pretty much super glued to whatever surface there is, whether that be the tank or a piece of cork flat, whatever. Eggs hatch, and then the parents take care of the babies. Now, usually I remove the dad after a bit. I don't want him laying more than 2 to 3 clutches. After that, calcium crash, fat storages run out, things like that. So usually the dad usually doesn't see the babies. I usually just leave them with the mom, but she'll take care of them. Actually, main thing for babies is to get with their gut fauna is eating the poop of the parents.
Okay, so it's important for that to be in there.
Yeah, it's not
Very
like
interesting.
completely necessary. It's not like it's a must, but it is beneficial for them. And it's a lot easier because now you just have to deal with one cage instead of, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And so usually around 2 or 3 months, you usually want to, after about 2.5, 3 months, you want to remove it, especially if you have both parents in, because the dad will actually start to scare off the baby, especially if it's like a male, male on male.
Yeah.
So usually you want to put them in. I usually cohab them all. And then about 5 or 6 months, I'll start putting them in their separate enclosures.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's cool to see. I mean, obviously you have the same thing with those monkey tail skinks where they have babies and then they live in kind of communal areas.
Oh, really?
And other pairs that live in the same area will also protect the other babies.
Yeah, take care of it.
Oh.
So it's pretty cool when you start. You don't think of reptiles. I mean, well, even crocodilians, right? I mean,
Yeah,
crocodilians,
alligators, crocodiles.
Yeah, they all.
We
take
all
care
saw
of
the
baby.
nature documentary with all the babies in its mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they were right after that. It ate them all. But
Yeah,
that was.
they-
Oh, well,
Stop
they
filming.
cut
show
that part
They
off
cut
on
that
Nat Geo.
Edit. Yeah, they edited that shit. What do you got?
Sean says, I'm thinking about getting a retic, and I was wondering how much handling you have to do to get them as friendly as yours.
Well, I think it has to do a lot with what generation they are out of the
the
wild,
nature of the
as
animal,
well as
right?
maybe a little bit of the mutation as well. If you get an animal that is an F4, F5 generation out of the wild, and you get it as a baby and you really handle it a lot, they become very, very tame and very easy to work with. So yeah, I mean, I think retics are I mean, they are amazing. They're big animals. They're not for everybody, for sure.
Very smart.
But they are definitely some of the most amazing animals. I mean, I'm working on trying to get another one right now.
Yeah.
We're trying to get a big giant one for the zoo. Obviously, we have Lucy. She can't come out. Daisy is big, but she's just a weird animal. She doesn't like to be handled at all. She gets stressed.
Yeah.
And so we're looking to get one. We're in talks with a couple people now. So retics are amazing, but they are not for everybody.
Yes.
It's definitely something I want to get into in the future, but
Well, in
right
New
now,
Hampshire, you could. Yeah.
Yeah, New Hampshire. I love New Hampshire. That's New England state out there as far as keeping reptiles.
Yeah.
But That's just space, Of course, they need a large enclosure, and that's just not, when we're talking about, how many rack systems can I put there for one retic? It's one of those kind of business to passion.
Yeah.
Type situations.
It's one of the things that Tom Crutchfield talked about yesterday, is how he felt that, retics need big cages, and bigger than most of the people in the industry. Yeah, they climb. You go upstairs.
Perdita's on the branch.
She's perched. She's, Sunfire is always up and down. Every one of our retics is up and down. Lucy will go up in her tree. She'll go up.
Casper goes on the wall.
Yeah, Casper goes on the wall. They all climb. They all like big spaces, and to keep them in a shallow tub is probably not that good for them in long term. So they're not a Burmese python.
Yeah. Timothy says, Brian, what do I got to do to get some of those mangroves off you? Trade you a yellow anaconda, perhaps? Just an idea, LOL. Hoping to have babies next year.
Brian, what do I need to do to get those boegas off?
He's already here.
Tim, what do you think about a death match?
I think that's a good idea. I was just going to say death match.
Yeah, if you guys...
Boega death match.
Yeah, Boega death match.
I will race you to the boegas starting now.
I'll
give you a head start.
Tim's upstairs.
He's, what's funny? He has been before, so it's not impossible.
It's not impossible. Listen, if we produce a bunch here shortly, I think next year is the year we'll be selling, right? Because we have quite a few females that'll be up to size next year, and I think that we'll actually legitimately sell mangroves next year.
And Brian, how much will you be charging for these amazing animals?
A lot.
$60K.
Yeah, 60, 70 grand.
Tesla per.
Yeah, if you give me a Tesla or a Bitcoin, I'll take a Bitcoin.
Bitcoin or Tesla?
I will trade you for one Tokay gecko.
Perfect. If it's the right Tokay, we're in.
It'll be nice.
No, I don't know. It's interesting. I've seen, right now the price range of captive mangroves, when you just can't find them, is $250 to $500. Is what they are. And I think if you mark them 500, you sell every single one of them. Every single one does. But I'm not going to gouge people. I think they're going to be somewhere between 250 and 500.
Yeah.
For babies. And that's going to be well started. We're going to keep them, make sure they're eating before we sell them and stuff like that. Because we've got it figured out. We've got it pretty figured out how to get them going.
Now, are these Boega melanota?
I work with melanota. I don't work with dendrophilia, but I do work with.
See, I want to work with the dendrophilia.
Yeah,
really bad.
Yeah. So I've got
the melanotas. Those are the larger size ones.
Yeah,
right?
they're big. Yeah, they're big. But I also work with Gemicincta, multicincta, and I may be getting some divergence here in the next. That's
Sienia too.
Yeah, and Sienia is a dendrophilia. Then.
Oh, okay, but
it's still a boega. Yeah, but so we're working with a lot of the dendrophilia.
Nice.
But none of the dendrophilia actually, weirdly enough, right?
Yeah, just the one that I want is the
only
species that
you're not
yeah.
We did it on purpose.
Yeah, I did on purpose.
Serenium says, hey, Dakotah and Brian, can you talk about your monitor projects at DBCB Exotics?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I have 3 monitor projects going on. One's kind of still in the beta phase, So number 1, we have a group of quince monitors that we're growing out. We've got a trio of babies that are getting kind of big now. It makes me sad. So, you buy them when they're that big.
Oh, they're so cute. Yeah.
And now they're kind of getting old, and I miss the adorable little baby stage. And then we have a really nice high yellow from Nerd, which is a high yellow quince monitor. That'll be a pretty much yellow patternless quince, which will be really nice. Then, of course, we got the red Aki monitors, which we did get a clutch, but the clutch did not go through full term. It kind of panned out around 4 or 5 weeks. It had some windowing. I don't know if the female just didn't have enough calcium or what was going on, but the eggs didn't make it. But there's always next year. Yeah. And then my Arguses, I have a great story for you with the Arguses, Brian. I had these paired for a few. The female started looking gravid, so I separated. She started being kind of a bitch towards the male, and I'm like, okay, we don't want any of this. So you just go in your own enclosure now. Started digging the lay box. Weeks went on to like 5 or 6 weeks, and nothing happened. And she started looking like she may have absorbed those eggs, so maybe she was just cycling. Maybe, something just didn't pan out. So I'm like, whatever. I put them back together. Everything was good. And then just one fun morning, I opened the enclosure to find 2 pearly white eggs. I was like, whoa, like good fertile eggs. So I was excited. I was unprepared. So I had to zip them up. I had to go find, a shoebox, get the perlite in it, get everything good to go. And I have this on, I'll show you the video. It's just great. My reaction, as soon as I'm like, okay, guys, here, I was going to go grab the eggs. The Argus are going to be huffy and make good content. So I go to open the enclosure to find the male eating one of the 2 eggs halfway in its mouth. And I'm just like, oh!
Oh my gosh, what a bummer. Did you get the one though?
I got the one.
Okay.
It is fertile. It's got a nice little red ring. I thought it was infertile because they usually won't eat fertile eggs.
Right,
Usually
yeah.
most of the time they'll eat
Yeah, the thing that
infertile.
sucks is he might have eaten a few others too, right?
Yeah.
You don't know.
I don't know, but I have 1 Argus.
Nice.
Damn, that's cool though.
Well, that's
Congrats.
one more than I have, so that's good.
Congratulations.
Yeah. We have a female Argus, and then of course we have the pair of babies,
Which are really nice looking.
Yeah, they're super pretty. And the female lays slugs. She'll lay slugs. We don't have a male for her, but every now and then she'll plop out a clutch of slugs.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, oh, the first time it happened, to be totally honest with you, we thought it was a boy. And so the first time it happened, we thought that, because we sometimes feed slug eggs to the monitor, so we thought she was maybe passing the eggs that were slugs, and then we realized, wait a second, we haven't fed her slugs in months. You know, and she had slug eggs. So
that's really funny because so my boy monitor is my girl monitor, and my girl monitor is my boy monitor.
Yes.
So I got double jeopardy, I guess.
Wow, it worked out both ways.
Yeah, I got a probable male, and then I bought a confirmed female.
Oh, that
the
worked
female's
out good.
male and the male's female.
Oh, perfect.
The confirmed male was a good female.
Yeah,
Exactly. That works. Yeah. The reptile hobby.
Yeah, exactly.
For 100%. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't trust what anyone says.
Welcome
That's
to
the tip.
welcome to the reptile hobby.
You never know. Mike says, hey, fellas, loved the Facebook chat with Crutchfield last night.
much,
Loved
Mike.
how complimentary he was. Dakotah, have you had a chance to decide on your favorite Reptarium ambassador animal and which one's your favorite yet?
Oh, so I had a good hour and a half to go in. I think it's gonna be Matilda, man.
Oh, Matilda.
I mean,
because she was out and about.
She was out and about. So I haven't had a chance to hold anything yet.
Yeah.
We've been kind of just down here chilling, but Matilda. I mean, that's an impressive tour. I've always loved the
Aldabras. And
I was gonna
Galapagos,
say Alberta, so I'm glad I stopped myself.
We got you, bro.
Yeah, they don't come from up there.
I'm gonna be
colder up
"Fine."
there.
Alberta
the
tortoises.
I've always loved large tortoises in general. It's definitely something I want to get into later on in life.
It's so much personality, right?
Yeah, they're definitely better. You know, like Russians, whatever. You know, they're okay.
They're cool, but they sail.
Like if I'm gonna get a tortoise that's gonna live forever, I want a big fucking tortoise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I love all of them, but the big ones are impressive.
Special,
And
Exactly.
She's super cool. So, and thank you about the Facebook. I appreciate it. We had a great time with Tom, and can't wait to have Tom up. He wants to come visit sometime. He's a great guy, and known him for a long time. And you know, whatever your opinion is of him, he's made a huge impact on the hobby.
Yeah, for sure. Silver Cash says, Def enjoyed MJ on Animal Bites.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I mean, that's the Animal Bites thing going down.
And your boy
so.
Yoshi's back. He says,
Back
I can't do
again.
25, but this is what you get. So now you get the whole salt. So there you go.
There you get the whole salt. Yoshi, you're the man. Thank you, Yoshi, and welcome to the podcast. By the way, Yoshi, I appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you, brother.
We love to have new people in the room. So thank you so much.
Yoshi
man.
sells buses. If anyone needs
Yeah,
buses.
well, we're not
I've
gonna
heard
forget that.
I've heard that
Canada.
before. I've heard
Yeah, somebody
that
told me
before.
about that.
Does he sell them to the U.S. though?
Does he?
Oh, you know.
For the
now,
right amount?
Yeah, for the right amount. It's like a mafia thing, or is that?
the right amount of money?
Is he
we'll
like
get
the-
you a bus.
This bus
he
fall
like-
off the truck. I don't know.
Yeah, is he like a fucking bus mafia? Well, what's going on here? You
Listen,
know,
we don't. You know.
we don't talk about
He's in the
deals
Triple
with
B,
Yoshi. Yoshi, he's
He's in the Bus Bad Boys, dude.
Yeah,
in the-
yeah. The BBB.
Yeah. We know this.
I want a bus, man. I'm into a bus.
That's
Yes,
what I'm
we all
saying.
do.
Yeah,
I
Silver,
can get you one. I know a guy.
yeah, oh, yeah. Yoshi.
No,
A different
Yoshi
guy.
actually sells buses too.
I know. That's what
Yeah.
I've heard. I've heard all about Yoshi's buses.
No,
I have.
no way.
Just
Yeah.
earlier in the podcast.
Oh,
but-
podcast. Okay.
this is what you got to get, bro.
okay, so that's what I was
Silver
talking about.
Cash says,
Dude, we're down, dude.
Honey Ovens, I see them all over Instagram. So it'll be here when you
Dude,
get
if
here.
you, literally, I will buy one of these damn things. Tell me which one, because there's like
It's gonna
the
get good use,
$800
right?
one, or there's the $500 one, there's the $300 one.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
$600
we got
one.
him. We got to get him the Karu, the 16 multi-fuel pizza of the new from Ani, right?
That's like the Lamborghini of.
Yeah.
of
well, you got to show
buses.
You got to show Big Rich up. You can't
Oh,
have a
that's
doper
true. Yeah,
oven,
yeah.
you know.
So our friend Big Rich Ohio Fish Rescue had 2 pizza ovens on his set. 2, not just 1, 2. And he also had hot chili and hot cheese dispensers.
My God.
Yeah, this guy was living the life.
Dude, this dude
I mean,
legitimately.
what more could you need after that?
Oh, well, I mean, sex swing.
Yeah, he has a sex swing.
He had a
Rocking
game
cars.
room.
Okay,
A game
okay.
room. Yeah, rocket car, Harley Davidsons, a lot of 70-inch TVs. Don't know what
Yeah.
they were out doing. A swimming pool that you could
But he
swim.
did have a nacho cheese dispenser,
Yes.
right?
And
Zip line.
That was zip line.
Zip
yeah,
line over the
Oh,
koi
okay.
pond.
Zip lining's pretty
With
cool, too.
retractable
deck. Yeah,
that you
so
could,
the kids
can't
couldn't
do
go on.
it.
Yeah.
What is a retractable deck?
You have to watch the vlog.
Retracts?
He he took. This
It was like a
guy's-
platform.
So if you took like this guy, I mean, he's like party man. So this guy also won mullet of the best mullet in America.
Wow.
Right. So he's definitely party in the back,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's just his whole life. Is
Except
about
for his
party
whole
back.
front is also the back.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what's
the whole
going
front
on.
and back is party.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
So no, I love. I mean, literally,
love
as a
him.
man, he's living the dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just I mean, pizza ovens everywhere.
Grill.
chili
He had a
dispensers.
grill. He had a grill
in his
downstairs with a fume hood.
Yeah, a grill with
bro.
a vent that vented
That
outside.
just seems like too much work to build.
Oh,
Man, this
You see-
dude. You don't even understand,
I
man.
He
don't know. I
chainsawed
don't know.
a window out of his doorway.
Yeah,
He
and
did
then
what
didn't
now?
realize he did it.
yeah. To put a door wall in, he had a window, and so
Oh, that's
he
right,
was,
yeah, yeah.
he was really drunk, and he chainsawed a hole and put a doorway in. Woke up the next morning, it's like, who the hell put this door wall in?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
his son's like, it was you. And
Yeah, I
he's
tried
like,
stopping you, but you had the chainsaw,
Yeah,
Dad.
and he was like, "Oh, that's pretty good craftsmanship." He also get this, his living room, Mike Tyson's zebra carpet that was auctioned off out of one of Mike Tyson's houses.
Wow.
I mean, the dude's like fucking a legend.
Yeah.
man. Just legend.
I'll speak about him for
Mullet of
generations.
the year. Huh?
Yeah, the mullet of the
The
year.
mullet of the year.
best mullet.
Wow.
I
It is
yeah,
impressive.
Yeah, Theo Von would be impressed.
Yes.
Little bogus.
Lil Bogus says, Dakotah, what's your favorite reptile story?
That's a good one.
I don't know. That monitoring one was pretty good, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That
That was
was
a good
like
one.
that
That's
was
a
a
good
roller
one.
coaster of emotions that
And you were
day.
filming that.
Yeah, I got my reaction. Now it is on my cell phone, so the quality isn't there, but
Yeah, but still.
the
The emotion is.
the emotion definitely is
Yeah.
there, and it is heartbreak.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But at least you got one. I mean, hatching one is still.
Yeah, it's better than not. I mean, I've had these things for a year and a half now, almost.
And they'll probably
going
lay
on 2
again,
years.
right?
Yeah,
every
they
4 months or
usually-
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get another clutch.
This
There's
time.
always next time.
Yeah,
right.
and now you know that little bastard male.
yeah, you
as
gotta
soon
get him out
as,
of
soon
there.
as I see him, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you just stick him in the freezer as soon as he's done breeding.
Yeah,
Cool
it
him
calms
down.
Yeah, cool him down a little bit.
We need him to chill out.
Mike
Mike's
the
in the
Jeweler,
house. What's up, Mikey?
He says, just getting out of work, hoping everyone is doing well today. And we
We're
are.
doing good, man. Thank you
We
so
missed
much,
you.
dude.
This is my favorite. So Silver Cash says, for my bro, Simple Man, and I'm from Alabama. And then Simple Man says,
Bama.
for my bro, Silver Cash.
Oh my god.
And then wait, hold on, we got one more. And then Amber says, for Simple Man and Silver Cash, chat fam. Yeah, gang, baby.
Amber gang, man. Gang all over, baby.
We appreciate you
Oh my
guys so
gosh,
much,
you guys
obviously.
are fucking dope,
You're gonna
man.
teach me. You're gonna need to teach me how you do this. 'Cause
They
These
do
guys
it.
do it. I just am here for. I'm just.
You
Here
know
for
what it is?
amusement.
If we put the chat up mad early and they get all bored in there and they talk to me forever. And I'm just kidding. No, the
Yeah,
serious
it
how
wasn't
you
for
do it,
Jay.
huh?
It wasn't for Jay. He's like enticing him on. He's like,
Yeah, I'm like, you better make sure that Brian performs.
Yeah.
You got to throw him $5, Silver Can.
Brian said he's not talking unless you throw him $4.99.
Yeah. How else are we supposed to build
This
this
is
zoo?
actually a good one with Mike.
Yeah, Mike says, Brian, any thoughts
Yeah.
on Ben leaving R&B? I'm sure Ryan will do great and Ben will be missed.
What?
I did not know this.
What? I did
Yeah,
not
so-
know this either.
So now that it's public, I've known about it since it happened, which was just recently, not too long. Ben called me up a couple weeks back, maybe 3 weeks ago back, and
remember
just
you
said,
saying something about
said
this,
just
yeah.
like, listen, I before everyone knows, I want to let you know I'm stepping away from R&B Reptiles, and he said, me and Ryan are great friends. There was no whatever. Ben just recently got married, and he said, he said, I wasn't really a reptile guy. I was
Yeah.
a people guy.
Yeah.
He goes, so I was the guy that was kind of doing the people work. Ryan was doing the animal work, and he said, I just need that those 12 or 15 hours a week of my life to put to my family
Yeah.
as opposed to the business. Ryan is a great guy, very capable, and he will, listen, Ben's a great, and Ben's not going away. He's still around.
Yeah.
He's still friends with all of us. He's going to, I'm sure, help Ryan out and stuff like that as well. But But Ryan will do fine. Ryan's a smart dude. He's a good guy. I've gotten to know him a lot more over the last little bit, and he's I'm sure Ben helped him.
Yeah.
But it's not like it wasn't like a breakup where it was like, oh, there's a bunch of dirt or tea on this stuff. You know
so
what I mean?
Shouldn't expect any YouTube drama coming out of
No,
this?
there's no YouTube drama coming out because I've talked to Ryan since, I've talked to Ben since, and everything's kosher.
Everything's good.
It just was a situation where Ben wanted a little more time left. I mean, listen.
It makes sense, getting a new family and everything,
Yeah.
getting married.
Life changes.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that he just got married, so I think he's looking at wanting to have kids, and life is busy for him, and so he's like, do I really want to spend this 15 hours a week that I'm spending on this business that, and as you know, with the reptile business in the beginning, it's hard because you're investing almost all your money back in.
And you're not making any money back.
Yeah, you're not making it because you just keep spending it. So you're kind of just wasting all that, not wasting that time, but you're building a collection with that time. Ryan will be fine. Ryan will be fine, and Ben will be fine. Yeah. And I'm sure Ben will still be around from time to time.
Much love to
I know
both of them.
I'll stay in touch with Ben. But yeah, no drama there at all.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad. Jade says, how much should a ball python weigh at 11 months old? Mine is 512 grams. Is that good?
Yeah.
Suffering from a hangover, but sending love. Much love, Brian.
Jade, you've been hitting it a little hard.
Hard, baby.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. I think that you want to be somewhere between 500 and 800 grams at 11 months, right in that range. So you're right in the wheelhouse. Yeah. You're fine. You're fine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mike the jeweler says dibs on those Boega for sure.
All right. Yeah. Well,
so we're going to have a battle royale coming.
Yeah. We're going to get all four. Well, Dakotah's out.
Oh,
you don't want the Melanota. You don't want the Melanota.
Oh no, hang on. I didn't say that now.
No. You're already off the list.
The list is already crossed out.
This was the list right here, and your name's not on it anymore.
Isn't that a shame,
So
dude?
sorry, man.
All right, 2 Tokay geckos.
All right.
One boy got 2 Tokays.
I want a granite.
Oh, and one of those green galaxies, bro. Don't forget the green galaxies.
Oh, the Greek it's Green Galaxy,
I
right?
just said green. I didn't say
Galaxy.
Greek.
Why did I say Greek?
Greek Galaxy. That sounds like a good movie, though. That's a good restaurant, dude.
Throw in a Greek salad.
yeah. If you throw in
kind of does. They kind of look like Greek salads.
Yeah, see that? They got
That's
beet
awesome.
pen. Oh my gosh, this is great. Why did they name them Green freaking Galaxy when they could have named them
Greek Galaxy?
Greek Galaxy.
Yeah,
See,
Greek salad seed.
I didn't make the morph. I just bought it.
Listen, you got to come to me when you want to start to market
names,
stuff.
yeah.
I've got the good names. I mean,
We got the names.
Chicken strip. And
Yeah. Grits.
grits and waffles.
That's my favorite one right now. Is grits has got me, bro. I
Grits
love it.
is great, man.
It's cute, man.
Yeah. But waffles is so we have new black throat. Did you know black throat monitors smell like waffle? Well, they smell like syrup.
Yep.
It is crazy because now that I've smelled them in the past, obviously, but when we got our little one, you can't smell it. Number one,
He's tried. He spent hours doing it.
Yeah, I've been sniffing its cloaca. Now we have a big one, and even Lori smelled it.
I know. As soon as you open the thing,
she was like, "Oh my gosh, it does smell like syrup." I said, "I know. Why?"
I totally forgot you had a black throat. The big one. I was like, "Oh my god,
dude, it's beautiful,
cool, right?
man.
It's big.
It's a big.
I like it.
By the way, did you know that I'm not sad we're naming it Waffles because I think it's a better name.
Okay.
But they didn't tell us what its name was when we got
it?
it. Its name was Bane. And I don't that's a good, that face looks like a Bane.
It does, yeah. I was
You know what I mean? It's a good
Yeah.
name. Bane is a good name.
Yeah.
I still think Waffles is a better name for kids.
I think for us it works better, but
it works
Bane was
better.
a good one.
Bane
I was
was
going
a
with
good
home
one.
fries.
And
but
the
who
reason
knows,
is
you know?
Home fries is also good.
Yeah.
Home fries.
I know. That's what I
that'd be
thought.
good too.
Just because you'd be like, here's my boy home fries. Just like,
Ever had chicken and waffles?
Of course.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure you're American.
dude, I'm not American. I've never had chicken and waffles.
What?
Dude, you need to bring me somewhere right now, Brian. I need to get my
gosh, we
What
got
kind of
green
people
card.
do you hire?
I
here,
know.
Brian?
I
I'm from
thought
New Jersey. We had pork,
I-
leg, and cheese. I don't know. That's what he asked. That's all
I
he
thought
asked.
we. I thought
We're gonna
we
need some new management or something.
I
He said
Something to
vetted
hire
him.
Dude, he
process.
goes, is it pork roll or Taylor ham? And I said pork roll. He's like, all right, it's fine. You're in.
Have you ever heard pork roll?
No.
Exactly, because
Dude.
you're not from New Jersey.
Yeah, that's
they're
all we
on their
got.
own, they're on their own planet. Man.
Yeah, dude,
These people don't even understand. It's a fucking ham sandwich.
it's straight up his ham, bro. I've been
why
saying
not
it
just
since I was
call
a
it
kid.
ham?
Dude, I don't know because Taylor ham made it fucking into pork roll. I don't know, but it's hysterical that people
It's
argue
a ham
over it.
roll.
Yeah, I don't.
But
yeah.
they call it a pork roll.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Pork is ham and
It's
ham.
both
pork-
the
Yeah, it
same
is a
thing,
pork
but
roll.
still.
But everyone everyone else in America calls it ham.
Yep.
But New Jersey calls it pork.
You guys don't even have it here, though.
No.
you don't got
We
pork
don't
roll.
want
Get
that
the
shit.
fuck
You
out
guys
of
don't
here.
have ham sandwiches here?
No,
No,
they don't.
we
They have
don't.
ham. They don't have pork rolls.
Yeah, we have ham, not pork rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so dumb, dude. I'm
It's
just
whatever,
fucking with you.
whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Kristen, I think it's Christink. I always do get this one wrong. So, but she says, I have an egg that was wet. It molded half of it. I put powder on and separate it. Does it stand a chance? Also, how do I set up an egg box for balls?
So, first off, yes, it does have a chance. It's just a matter of how wet it got. The mold is not necessarily. It depends what type of mold, right? Yeah. If it's white mold, you're fine. Yeah. If it's green mold, you might not be. Yeah, might not be in good shape there. As far as setting up the egg box, I use Hatch, right? I don't know if you ever used Hatch Rate. Yeah, Hatch Rate's great because then you don't have to dick with it. Yeah. Perlite's great, but you got to you got to mix the water. You got to do all this. Just open the bag, you pour it in the box, bam, you're done. If you want to put eggs right on the Hatch Rate, you can because it's dry because it's a water isomer. If you want, you can use there's a few different things. There's like Sims containers now that have the inserts for eggs. Mm-hmm. There's a couple others. Yeah. I don't know all of them, but so I think Sims container was like kind of the OG of the world. Trays, right? I mean, if you want to do that, but I don't use anything. I just put them on the Hatch Rate.
I just put them right on the Hatch Rate.
But yeah, so super simple.
Yeah, don't close your balls in the lid, and you'll be good to go.
Don't close your
balls. Drew Troit, good name. I like that. Says, oh, dude, you never met, or one dude you never mentioned is Jack Hanna. Yeah. You mentioned that, dude. I mention him all the time. I grew up with him before Steve Irwin was an inspiration for you at all, or was he an inspiration for you at all? Sad to hear about his illness.
Yeah, I talk about Jack a lot, and Jack's a friend of mine. Well, I haven't talked to him now since he's got his issues and stuff like that, but yeah, no, Jack is a personal friend of mine, and so Jack was not only a huge inspiration. I mean, of course, I followed Jack before I met Jack. On TV, and I always loved his stuff. I loved him on Letterman. I loved him on Saturday morning TV. He always had, Jack had Into the Wild. He had Animal Adventures. He had several different series that were all really, really great. And I loved Jack Hanna. And then thankfully, maybe 15 years or so ago, I had the opportunity to meet him and hang out with him. Did a snake bites video with him actually, and then ultimately when they came up to this neck of the woods, I would do the reptile part of his animal shows. So I spend a lot of time with Jack, and it was really sad to hear that he has dementia. Of course, much like the R&B thing, I knew about it about a year or so before it went public. So we knew that he was no longer doing shows because he didn't have the mental capacity to do it. So, but no, I talk about Jack quite a bit, and he's not only was he an inspiration to me prior to meeting him, but he was an amazing person after meeting him. Awesome. I remember when I tell this story every now and then that when my show on Discovery Channel aired. The day it aired, that morning, Jack called me, and he, out of the blue, he just called me up and he said, "Hey, Brian, Jack," and he's like, it's always that, "Hey, Brian, it's Jack," he's always stammering on his words and stuff. He's like, and he was right. He said, "Listen," he said, people are going to attack you. People are going to bitch about your stuff. He said, "Just don't let it bother you. Just enjoy this ride. It's amazing that you got this show, and I'm proud of you." And that was it was a great thing that Jack did that, and that was one of the last times I talked to him actually, because he stopped traveling shortly thereafter and then completely shut it down. So I wish him the best. He was a legend and still is. Sure. Still is.
Sean Brooks says, I am still kind of new. If you breed a 66% het to a 100% het, what would the babies be?
So it depends. So I'll try to explain, Dakotah. You can feel free to jump in if you want. Okay, so when you breed a het to het, 3 of the 4 are het. Yep. But they all look the same, right? So that's why they call them 66% hets, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not that a 66%, it's either a het or it's not a het.
Yes.
So if you breed a 66% het to a het, you could do one of two things. You can either be breeding 200% hets, because the 66% turns into a 100% het, or you're breeding a 100% het to a normal, and that means you produce 50% hets. That means 2 out of every 4 are hets, but they're 50% heterozygous. So if you so you're really only breeding 100% hets or het to normal, but they call it 66% het because 66% of a het to het normal breedings, the normal looking babies from a het to het breeding are 60% chance. Now let me throw another wrinkle into your situation. Let's say you bred 99 66% hets, and none of them were het. They were all non-hets. The 100th is still 66% het.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't matter how many. So
each one is its own odds.
Each egg is a 66% chance of being a het. But on average in Mendelian genetics, 3 out of 4 are het.
Yeah, over millions of examples.
Over millions of examples. But I've been unlucky where I bred 8 animals and none of them had turned out to be hets. And I've been lucky where I bred 4 and they've all turned out to be hets.
Or I remember one time. We had like possible het to possible het. I think albinos. We had all albinos in the clutch.
Yeah. There was a possible het to possible het, and there was 7 eggs, all 7 albinos.
Yeah.
You know?
I actually think we had twins in that too.
So I
think there was 7 eggs, 8 albinos from pos to pos.
Yeah, and then my life went to shit after that.
Yeah. It's all downhill.
I used up every amount of luck I had.
That's it.
Awesome.
Kristen came back and says, "FYI, it is Kristen. And the mold is a mix of white and green mold, but I swear we both felt it moving still. I did perlite water, egg crate, press and seal. Is that good?"
Yeah, that's all good. Sounds like you did everything right. So it depends on white is better than green, but if green is in the very end stages of incubation, like let's say the last week or so, you might be okay. But if the green starts to get wet looking, like where the egg itself gets wet looking, I mean, you've got some. But it sounds like you did everything right. Perlite water. I would suggest hatch right in the future because you could have overwatered it. That maybe is why you've got the fungus. Right. You know, it's a very delicate mix. Whereas with perlite or with hatch right, you don't have to do it. You're not actually putting water. You're putting water gel. Which is what they call water isomer.
Yeah, almost like what's in an ice pack almost.
Right, exactly. It's very good. And it's very good.
Very good.
It's the best.
Very best.
The very best that you can ever have.
Elite.
Yeah, the best hatch right you can
ever have. The one thing I know, it's water isomers.
Yeah. So I would suggest using that, and you probably won't have as much problem. But if you're at the end of incubation, I'm assuming you got to be towards the end of it if you say you can feel it move. Because when it's early, you aren't going to feel anything move. So yeah, you know.
Good luck.
I really, you know, Kristen, I really hope you the best. I hope it works out.
Silver Cash says, Dakotah, what is your biggest inspiration and what got you to where you are today? And do you have a life goal in the hobby?
Yeah.
Oh, my biggest inspiration, man. I think my biggest inspiration as far as the reptile hobby is going to be like you and Kevin McCurley.
Oh, well, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You guys were the big titans out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's probably a 50-50 because you got like inspiration to the YouTube side and
sure,
like
not 51-49.
Yeah, it sounds like a 51-49 thing.
I mean, I would like it to be 51-49.
How many Tokays do you have again?
Yeah,
how many boegas?
Damn it.
Yeah,
damn it.
Kevin's got a whole colony over there. I've been
not
hearing
anymore.
No,
I'm just joking.
Oh no, he rebuilt.
We fumigated
it.
Yeah. No, he's got a good colony.
He's coming back up. He's at like what 60 now or something.
Yeah, he last time I talked to him, he was crushing it. Yeah. And but yeah, he's you know Kevin, he gets hot and cold on things where he gets like really into them, then he kind of goes away from it, then gets back into it. But no, he's crushing Tokays.
I do that as well, and it depends on what hatches that day. And if something dies, like an egg dies, I'm like, fuck these crested geckos.
I'm done forever.
Crested geckos. Like we're selling all my crested geckos. We're moving to this.
I'm letting
and
him go
a crested
in Maine.
gecko hatches. I'm like, you know what? These crested geckos aren't that bad actually. Yeah. But as far as a life goal, man, what I'm really trying to do now is trying to get some land.
Okay.
Nice, probably older house, 1800, something like
nice.
that. Yeah.
Something ghosty.
Something ghosty. Ghosts are definitely going to be a requirement for the property.
Yeah. You need
I was
free,
looking
cheap
on Zillow,
labor.
but that wasn't a check mark, so I'm going to have to talk to my real estate agent.
Isn't there like, I think there's a law, if I'm not mistaken.
You have to disclose if there's ghosts, right?
Can you punch it up? I think there's a law that you have to disclose. It's just say like, is it a law that you have to disclose if your house is haunted if you're selling it? You know, something like that. I'm just curious because I've always heard that, but you wonder if that's an urban legend. Like, do you really have to disclose your house? I
love the Google suggested ones.
Yeah.
Like, do you have to have health insurance?
Yeah. Selling a house. Professor speaks on haunted house. Selling a haunted house. Let's see.
Oh, listen, we want to clear.
Oh, this is in Lansing, Michigan, too. With Halloween, just a few sharing ghost stories among their family and friends. Oh boy, this is a lot.
I know it's always. I hate that.
Just
shit.
get to
give me the answer.
Point,
Selling a haunted
Ask
house.
Jeeves.
Oh, this is from Zillow.
Okay.
So,
What you need to know.
Yeah.
Again,
why is it
don't
always
require
ahead?
home sellers?
New Jersey, a seller must be trustfully tell a buyer if the property comes with phantom roommates.
Phantom roommates.
That's
and,
New Jersey.
And
pork
pork rolls.
Yeah. There you
God,
go.
we have been eating pork rolls.
Yeah, come on. There ain't no Taylor Ham in here, I promise. New York State says courts will resign if a home sale if the seller creates and perpetuates a reputation that the house is haunted and takes unfair advantage of buyers' ignorance of the home's ghostly reputation. Weird.
So it's almost the
so it's
opposite
state to state.
that way.
So here we go.
Yeah,
so,
let's go to Michigan. I want to see what Michigan has to say. I mean,
let's see.
if I sell my
These
house,
crazy people out here, dude.
yeah, Michigan's
Nope.
Like,
They don't give a shit.
they don't give no.
Does not need to disclose any fact that there's ghosts in your house.
Well, there's
Even
no
if
way
there's-
I'm not going to
man.
Michigan.
Damn,
now
dude.
because I won't
No
even
wonder
know.
why my house is haunted.
yeah.
Damn, dude.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about your inspiration.
Your-
You
or
wanted-
life-
yeah,
life
you wanted
goal.
life goal,
Land.
yeah.
I want a lot of land, and I want to start getting into RIAs, so large
Yeah,
exotic
RIAs,
birds. For people that don't know what RIAs are, the
Brian loves
flightless
them.
variety,
Yeah, I do
so
like 'em.
ostrich, emus, RIAs, things
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Beautiful.
Peacocks, I definitely want some peacocks.
Oh,
too.
they're loud
my
bastards.
favorites.
Loud bastards.
It's pretty much a raptor.
We'll put them at the end of the land. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. They
real
are
far away.
You'll be up every day at 6:00 with peacocks.
And you'll need to take care of
Yeah.
all the big birds.
You'll need it anyways. Yeah, they'll wake you up because you got to take care of a lot. I do love all big
Yeah.
birds. I love ostriches.
Especially
I
Big
love-
Bird. Fucking
especially
big fan of Big Bird.
Big
dude.
fan of Big Bird.
That's
Yeah.
probably where my love of big
It
birds
started at a very
Yeah.
young age.
Yeah, it's interesting. It was yellow and it was big and
Giant bird.
danced.
Yeah.
But no, I've had
Maybe a
lots
drug
of
problem?
fun. I've had lots of fun with emus, and I almost got into emus when I was younger. Seriously. Yeah.
What
Just-
around was that around the emu boom?
It was.
Actually,
It was
you're
around-
right.
When
I
like
happened
emus
to
were like $20,000 a pair.
up to 40,000 a
Yeah.
pair, and it just so happened that a good friend of mine, Jeff Schrock,
funny.
made millions of dollars on emus, and he was a
Isn't
good friend
that
of mine.
great?
Yeah. Yeah, so
love
Is he
that.
the one? What was it? A Detroit cop or something?
it was the Detroit cop.
Yeah, he
and
tried to get the noisiest thing.
Yeah,
he
the
could
noisiest
with
thing
neighbor.
with the emus, and then turned into multi-million-dollar business. That's also where Forrest Wallaby came from.
Okay.
Was actually his place. He breeds wallabies.
Dude,
and-
it's all coming
and
full circle
kangaroos.
right
Yeah,
now.
it's all full circle. But we should visit Jeff when we go down there. He's got capybara just running around
Yeah,
like
let's
pet
do it.
capybara. He's got albino kangaroos. He's got albino wallabies.
do it.
He's got Bennett's wallabies. He's got so the emus. Gosh, what are they called? The white ones, not leucistic. They're like calico or something like that.
I don't know much about the emu mutations.
Can you
I'm gonna try to.
punch
White
up like emu white mutation? Emu white mutation. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, is this an apple?
Yeah. Check this out, man. I wonder what they're called, but you can hit the images if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
I just want to see what they look like. I mean, that's
Yeah, these ones right on the right.
Yeah.
Like these?
Yeah,
Yeah, ridiculous.
so it's like a leucistic, really. You know what I mean? It's really beautiful. So he works with those two, and he works with a couple other ones too. He has a couple
Blonde-
other.
Is it blonde?
I think it's blonde. Yeah, blonde.
Okay.
Blonde emus.
'Cause
That's,
that's
what
what
they
it
call
says,
them.
yeah.
Yep,
Blonde
exactly.
emus.
Add that
Blonde
to the
emus.
list.
Yes,
That's
that should be
cool,
top
right?
of the
Yeah.
list.
It's dope as hell.
I don't have.
So my buddy Jeff has
Jay,
those.
have you seen the blue-eyed leucistic Rias?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you
Oh,
got
I gotta pump
look
that shit up, man.
That's number one on the list for me
Yeah, I mean,
right
that's-
now.
It was the Rias.
Yeah, Rhea. So RHEA.
Oh my god.
There's a bunch of ball pythons.
There was, yeah. Yeah, there's still a bunch of ball pythons, but still, these.
Yeah.
Is there? I
Ooh.
want to try to find a full body picture. Maybe this one, right?
Yeah,
those are
that's
crazy.
Go right
dude.
there, right next to the ball python.
This one right here, down here.
One to the right. No, go back.
Okay.
back.
There,
Back.
the portrait style.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Ooh, it's sexy.
That is a really sexy shot.
Look at that eye, man.
Those eyes are gorgeous,
Oh.
and they're just
like
completely
me.
white.
Wow. No, that's cool.
They're complete assholes. But,
No, Rios
you
are the
know.
worst. They're the worst of the
Yeah,
three. You know what I mean? Like ostriches can be a
Well,
little
like
bit
here's the thing:
cantankerous too,
ostriches
but-
can kill you.
Yeah, because
so,
they're giant. Yeah.
Yeah, they kick you and you die.
Yeah.
But Rias definitely have the attitude.
Yeah.
Ostriches are usually pretty chill.
We're down in Atlanta, Georgia, in a field of emus, one ostrich and one rhea. And you were with me, Jay, right?
Not for the first time where you got your mic stolen.
But you were with me a second
Yes,
time.
yes,
yeah.
because they almost got my drone.
Yeah, the rhea literally like took the microphone right off my camera, and I had to go chase it down and fight it.
Yeah, it was great.
I was like fighting the rhea, you know, and I won. So there you go.
Wow.
So fuck you, Rios.
Yeah, and Sean says, thank you for taking the time to answer my questions, and I hope you have a great day, and I do love your content.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all your support with everything and so on like that. So
I just want to add something.
Yeah.
He did say, I do like your content. I don't know if we're trying to, push Brian's ego a little far, but I really want to keep it leveled here. That is a like your content.
Yeah, like, I read it as love. I think that's Sean.
Yeah. I don't know how to like things. I only love.
Yeah, I think when Sean says like, I mean, he really likes it.
Yeah.
I mean, he really likes it.
Like he likes it.
He's a little reserved. You know what I mean? Like in his relationship, he doesn't usually kiss in public. You know what I mean? It's like, so that's what Sean is.
He's not a PDA guy.
Yeah, so I think that's what Sean meant, is he loves it.
Yeah, we read between the lines.
So are you saying if this was the DMs, it'd be a little different?
Yeah, when he slides in my DMs, he loves.
Oh, dude, you should see the pictures he sends. It's crazy.
Sean, no, thank you, Sean.
That's all I got right now, Brian.
No, it's always nice. So, so you're heading back tomorrow morning. So it's a quick trip in and out.
Yeah, quick trip in,
beautiful
quick trip
Michigan.
Out. I found that your highways are flooded, and
we're flooded.
I'm very concerned right now am I going to make it home?
Yeah, well, we got canoes, thankfully.
Yeah, that's how you're getting home tonight.
Cool.
So.
That's how you're going to get home tonight.
Canoober.
Yeah, Canoober. That's a good one.
That should actually be a thing.
That's actually a good one.
I don't think we need a canoe. I think we just need one guy in a raised Jeep that's willing to go. Because I think they'll do it, honestly.
Yeah. No, they'll definitely do it.
They're all about
This is where we make automobiles here.
Yeah, and there's so many Jeeps, dude.
There's so many Jeeps.
I always laugh at that. You know how like Jeep people are supposed to wave at each other? What do you do in Michigan, though? You just keep your arm out the window? Because there's so many. I mean, it's unreal, dude. Every other car is a Jeep here. You know what I mean?
Jeep just started my URL thinking.
I already seen it. I saw GoDaddy fly. You know how like in cartoons the money pops up in people's eyes? Yours just has GoDaddy's logo.
Jeep feet.
Just stop, dude. Stop doing it.
It's just like it's on my tip of my tongue.
We're almost done, dude. Don't talk about it yet.
Yeah, all right.
Because that's what's gonna happen.
I'll get the URL before someone else does.
Yeah, pretty early. Yeah, the price difference between so I go home, I have to board at like 6 a.m. in the morning or something like that. But yeah, the next one was like 8 and it was like $200 more expensive. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave at 6 then,
Yeah.
Like if it's between, $400 and $800 between a 6 to 11 departure, I'm just gonna take the 6 a.m. and then go back to bed when I get home.
Yeah, I do that all the time when I used to leave LA. I fly out at midnight.
Yeah.
And then just take the red eye back because it'd be like half the price.
Yep.
And I didn't mind the red eye. I don't sleep on a plane. Like that's I've traveled all over the world. I mean I've been to Australia 9 times, Africa, all over Southeast Asia. So I've been on long flights. I mean like 16 to 20-hour flights. And I've never slept a wink. I just cannot sleep.
It's kind of hard when your seat is.
Yeah, I don't have the luxury.
How you can sleep like this?
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't have the luxury of I've never had the luxury of the pod life, right? The sleep down. I've always said that's when I know I'm going to make it is when I can actually have a pod. I want the pod, man. I want to sleep down because I think I could sleep if I was laying down.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say, when I say I've never slept on a plane, that is a lie. I have slept on a plane a couple times when I've had all 3 seats.
Yeah,
where I can just lay down across all 3 seats.
Yeah.
I've dozed off, not slept, but dozed off and on, But
it's very difficult.
But I can't sleep. I always tell people I can't sleep sitting up in my couch at home. So I'm not sleeping on a plane, So anyways, my point is that I don't mind the red eye because even though I don't sleep, it's only 4.5 hours from LA, so you leave at midnight, and by the time you land, it's 7 o'clock in the morning because you gain 3 hours. It's 4.5 hour flight. You watch 2 movies, and you're about ready to land. You know what I mean? Yep. It goes pretty quick in that. You're at night. It's kind of cool, because especially on a clear night. It's really cool as you're flying over. You see all the lights in the city, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll always go cheaper when it comes to that stuff.
Why not?
Other than Spirit, I won't fly Spirit. That's all.
That's my
I flew
favorite.
Spirit once, and
that was enough, huh?
I did American Airlines this time, and I just realized my plane is so small; it only has 2 seats per row.
Wow, yeah,
Isn't that strange?
I hate that. Those are Embraer.
Is that what they are?
Yeah, Embraers.
They're tiny little things. They're not meant for men like me.
I don't like
men. They're not meant for me.
I don't like them.
I don't like them either.
Yeah, the thing is I've always said this. I don't like turbulence, right? I'm not a turbulence.
Yeah, turbulence is pretty bad on these bad boys.
Yeah, and when you're small, it's you're bouncing, man. You get a big plane, it's kind of get
Yeah,
cuts
it's
through
like being in a
little bit more.
limo. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really want to fly in private jets either. I've had a couple opportunities to fly private, and they're like 1 seat per aisle. Now granted they're doing 750 miles an hour, which is a lot faster than a commercial jet, but you're still in a little tube. You're in a freaking toothpaste tube.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I can't do that. That's why I like flying overseas, because you're in these giant planes that have, like 2 seats, 4 seats, 2 seats, or 3 seats, 3 seats, 3 seats, so they're giant, capsules. And it feels like you're flying in a living room at that point. You know what I mean? It's like big, it's comfortable. Yeah. The seats usually are a little bit bigger. They recline a little bit more. And, but yeah, those little Embraers, I don't do those, man. I hate those, man. Especially if it's bouncy.
Yeah,
Ugh.
no bouncies.
Yeah, it was pretty bouncy this time, but I made it. So
And that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean I one time had my favorite pilot, and by the way, I like it when there's a good pilot on a plane.
yeah, I need someone that's funny.
Yeah, I want someone funny, seems very confident.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not
So
shaky.
I don't want
not,
monotone flight attendant.
and I don't want the guy that doesn't say anything. Sometimes pilots don't say a word. Just like prepare for takeoff.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, wait a second. What's going on here? Like, tell me.
Well,
give
I
me
need
some
the game
information.
plan,
Yeah, give me some information.
Yeah,
Do you
we're
know
all here together.
Do you know the flight plan? Do you know it?
And can you recite it now?
Yeah, could you just tell me what the flight plan is? But anyway, so this pilot, I kid you not, stands up, and I'm not in first class, but I'm like in comfort plus, right? So I'm like 6 rows back or something like that. Pilot stands up, and he's got the telephone, so everyone can hear him, and he starts like this stand-up comedy act, he's like telling jokes.
I love
and
that.
I loved it, so it made me feel really good about it. But the one thing I loved, he said, he goes, I've been a pilot for 27 years. And he said, the thing I'm the most proud about that is I have the same amount of landings as I do takeoffs. And I said,
joke.
I go, I'm in, man. Let's go.
That's a good pilot.
That's a good damn pilot.
That is, baby.
So he was good, and I don't know, man. It's when I get a pilot that seems like they're real young, maybe this is their 4th flight, I'm scared as shit.
I'd be excited for the first flight because he's all gun ho, and who knows? Let's just see what happens.
And I kind of feel like the budget airlines have the shittier pilots. Like
think?
I can't.
They have the guy that crashed, and they're like, well, he only crashed once. I'm sure. Spirit, we can take him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like this guy isn't good enough to be on Delta.
No.
He can't make Delta. It's like the G League, in basketball. He's in the G League.
He's in the G League.
He's not the pros.
You're lucky
he's
you
still
get a
getting
pilot
paid.
with Spirit,
He's
to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's still getting paid. And that's the thing with Spirit, right? They're not giving you a better price because they're charging you $75 for a
Spirit was
carry-on.
more exceptive this time than American Airlines. I was surprised because I'm like, well, we can always fly Spirit if we're desperate.
Yeah, well, and the thing is that by the time you pay for your luggage and your carry-on and preferred seating,
$400.
If you want to get preferred seating, or if you're sitting in the restroom or whatever,
And
then
they don't have built-in Wi-Fi, which is just trash.
Oh my! And they don't have no TVs either.
No TVs. You're just sitting in these cramped small chairs
that don't recline. That don't recline
at all. Like some of them recline a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not Spirit.
No.
I think they incline. They go the other way.
Purgatory hell for an hour to 3 hours.
Yes.
And then you get off and enjoy the rest of your day. So I don't know.
MJ flew Spirit. I didn't talk to MJ
I always
after.
fly Spirit.
He flew Spirit on the way back from to LA. You're a big man. How would you fly Spirit?
Oh, pretty much just as uncomfortable as possible, to be honest with you.
That's unbelievable.
It's never great. Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't say never. There's been multiple times I've had 6 rows to myself.
Oh, that's nice.
You know what I mean? So not only am I chilling in my row,
but not these days.
Yeah. I haven't been on a plane.
As a matter of fact, I just saw. I read a news thing saying that the airlines are struggling because of they weren't prepared for the surge of people that want to travel.
Wow, it's like almost like you had 12 months to prepare for it
because they can't get everyone to. They can't get.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever
pilots,
heard.
The what do we call them these days?
What's that?
Steward?
Oh, the
stewardess.
flight attendants.
The stewardess.
The steward.
No one wants to come back to work, and the airplanes don't know what to do.
You know what I always hated is that when and this happened to me many times, and I've never taken up on it, but I've been tempted. Is when you get on a plane and they're like, so we've overbooked this flight by 6 tickets. Could 6 people come up that would like to reschedule
their entire family vacation?
And then some. But then if no one comes up, they're like, and we'll give you a $2,000 voucher. And then I'm like, fuck, I should go do that.
I would just do it.
Like,
let's be flexible, Brian.
Like, and but sometimes it's only like you get on the next flight and you get $100, and I'm like,
I'm not gonna do shit for 100. Yeah,
no way.
No.
But if it's like a free trip anywhere in the contiguous United States, I'm in.
Yeah,
man.
100%.
I'll go get a hotel for the night and go fly to Hawaii tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, but how do they overbook it?
That seems crazy.
They know how many seats are in the plane.
It shows how many seats are in the plane.
They don't even overbook movie theaters, but a plane.
Yeah, when they buy the plane, they know how many seats are in it.
Yeah.
Well, what was funny also,
I would hope so.
so to choose your seats, it was only the paid seats, right? But there weren't any other seats available.
Right.
So we just didn't pay. And it was like, we'll assign you later. And they just assigned us to the paid seats. I'm like, I just had to wait a day.
Yeah.
And I saved $42.
Yep. See that? Yeah, there's a little life hack for you there from Dakotah.
Right there.
Thank you, Dakotah, for that life hack.
We appreciate it.
Oh, Yoshi's back.
Yoshi came back, says, Dakotah, on the farm you should get a bird of prey, something like a golden eagle.
Ooh, a golden eagle.
I'm pretty sure there's some sort of permit I'm going to need for that.
What was the ones that you can get? The eagle owls, right?
You can get eagle owls. No permit for they're not even USDA.
I'm about to be getting one. Dakotah's getting them, dude.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if it's just a free for all, I'll get a what was it again?
Eagle
owl.
Eagle owl.
Yeah, Eagle owl. I think eagle owl is just one of the only. They're super cool.
They're one of my favorites.
They're really good. Right there. Beautiful.
Oh, it's like the great horned owl.
Yeah, it looks kind of like that.
But I think they're from.
But it's a Eurasian animal.
Okay.
So it's no USDA, nothing.
It's a big daddy, dude. That's
because a lot of birds of prey, you might have to have a falconer's license.
That's what I was thinking.
Almost all of them need USDA license. I think eagle owls may be the only bird of prey that you can actually get. So and anyone can get them. If you have, and they're not even that expensive. So I agree.
What are we talking, like $20, $30?
Yeah, I mean under a case of beer.
Big Mac. Big Mac price.
Case of beer. Yeah, I mean, with the wages going up,
you're not wrong, baby.
$80.
Bella says, Dakotah, what is your favorite or dream reptile to own?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh,
if you
I
could
got
own
my eyes
anything.
on that melanistic gator right there.
Oh.
Yeah, melanistic or pied gator.
Pied is a good one
I
for
like
me,
the
man.
pied,
Yeah,
but
pieds
I like
great.
a black gator, man.
Yeah,
it is badass, right?
I do love pepper. I mean, it's. I always tell people that's a special animal. It really is. There's very few of them in the world, and it's cool. But I talked with Greg Graziani, who produced it. They're not producing any this year. At least he doesn't think, because I want to buy another baby albino. So why not? I mean, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, who's counting?
Might as well have a couple.
Barczyk.
Might as well have a couple more albinos. But I asked him about pies. He said he's about 2 years out.
Can't wait.
But some people, they pop up, in like farms and stuff like that.
Like randomly?
Yeah, like randomly pop up in the farms and stuff. But as far as captive bred for that mutation, he said he's about 2 years out. So.
That'd be awesome.
But I told him, please let me get first on the crack for that sucker because that thing is amazing.
Timothy says, I'm 8 hours away, but I'll race you to the damn mangroves, Dakotah.
Oh, shit.
So you better get your racing shoes on.
He's already on his way, man, right now. He's 7 hours and 39 minutes away now.
No, yeah, dude. Who knows when he put that super chat? That could have been hours ago.
Yeah, he might already be here.
I feel like I'm winning this race. Am I the
right
only
now
one over here?
Yeah, dude, who knows how hard
man.
hard getting up these stairs is going to be? What if Elvis is right out front?
Yeah, Matilda could be driving.
Matilda's blocked me in there before. No, she's done that before.
I know she has. You're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I've come up and you go to open the door, it just doesn't budge, and you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, what's the safety?
Nothing.
Yeah,
nothing. We
that's about it.
Just wait it out.
Just wait it out.
Okay.
That's why there's couches down here in case you have to take a nap before she decides to move.
Yeah. Silvercat says, awesome podcast tonight. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Silvercash. And like I said, we're going to get that. Tell us which Ani
oven you need.
which one you want. You want that $800 banger or
we'll
what?
Get you. Whatever you need.
Whatever you want, but it better be a banging pizza. Now, this is the thing. Does he need, he's going to need like ingredients, right?
No, he can bring ingredients. That should be
bring
fine.
their ingredients?
It's a BYOI.
BYOI.
Okay.
Reptiles.
All right, Silvercash, you bring the ingredients. I buy the, what is it called? The
Ani.
I buy the Ani, and we make some banger pizzas.
Yes, dude.
And then you can teach me how to make some banger pizzas so that when you leave, I didn't waste $800 on something like a fucking paperweight.
Leverose Bird says, pre-planning my September trip, but having to fly alone and drive a rental in the middle of Detroit freaks me out. I might have to drive the 16 hours.
Well, so first off, you really, we're in the suburbs of Detroit, so you do have to drive kind of through Detroit, but you're on express.
Really.
You're on the
Yeah.
expressway.
Yeah.
You're never seeing Detroit.
Yeah,
you know, you never
just
see
from
Detroit.
afar.
When you fly in, you're driving in the suburbs, and there's you're the only time you actually are kind of driving through the city. You're on the very outskirts of the city, and it's on the expressway. So don't.
Yeah, you're
don't
not like
stress
in the
out.
hustle and bustle of the city at all.
Yeah, don't stress out at all. I mean, seriously, but listen, I would drive the 16 hours too, because I would rather drive than fly when it comes to that stuff.
I feel the same. I kind of wish I'm like, it's weird not having a car, you know,
Yeah,
like you feel stranded wherever you go at this point.
And you are.
Yeah, you're never
I'm
gonna
at the mercy of Brian right now. If this thing actually is live, please
No,
send
Canuber,
help.
dude. We got you, bro.
Yeah, no, we got you, man. We'll take you to 8 Mile.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
We'll drop you right off at the
Right in the trailer park.
Yeah, this
I'm
is where
sure a boy like me will survive very long.
They have.
You did say Detroit City Airport, right?
Yeah.
Not metropolitan, but City Airport. That's right.
Shitty airport.
Shitty. Literally. So Detroit, there it still is a Detroit City Airport. Before, Southwest used to fly into it, and it was dope as shit because it's literally like 20 minutes away, and you could literally park on the street.
On the airstrip?
No. You could park like literally. There was
I
like
was trying to figure out how that worked.
There was like no like paid parking. You could park like in a residential area and walk across the street to the airport. There was one runway that came in and out. Southwest flew dirt cheap, and literally you could pull up 20 minutes before the plane flew, park in front of Bob's house, walk across the street, check in, and be on your plane in 10 minutes and fly out.
That's actually pretty incredible.
So it was amazing, but unfortunately, Southwest flew for probably 10 years, and then they pulled out probably 10 years ago. And so now private jets still fly in there, but no commercial airlines, unfortunately, which really does suck because that is so convenient.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Could you imagine?
They didn't have big planes. They had kind of the planes that you fly,
the crappy small planes.
Yeah, scrappy Emperors
that we don't like.
Yeah, no, that we don't like. But I used to fly them because it was better than going to Metro.
Yeah.
So yeah. But as airlines are downsizing, they're flying more of those small planes because they're cheaper to fly.
Yep.
And also airlines want to sell out every flight.
But they're not cheaper to buy the tickets.
No,
because I still paid.
No, it just makes them more money.
Yeah.
It just makes them more money.
Yeah, always. Simple Man says, has Baby Cush's training got any better since Bruce has been back?
Yeah, actually it is. It's really gotten
good. I saw Baby Cush yawn.
Oh yeah,
is
it fucked up, dude?
It was fucking good. I loved it. I was like,
think of those teeth sinking in, man. But no, Bruce is doing a good job. He's spending a lot of time with Baby Cush.
You'll see that in a video soon.
Yeah, we can now take Baby Cush out without gloves and handle it. So we're gonna do a video this coming up week with us. You'll see it.
Yeah.
We won't tell you what it is, but just stay tuned.
That's all I got, Brian.
Okay, that's cool, man. So any last words? Obviously, do me a favor, guys. I'm going to put a link in the description to all of Dakotah's stuff. Go show him some love.
Yes, please.
Follow his stuff. All that stuff, his YouTube channel, his Instagram, everything else. I'll make sure you send me all the information. I'll put it in the description. Go show him some love. So what else you got, man? Anything else?
I have a TikTok.
Oh, you have a TikTok.
That's
How's
a good
that going?
boy.
What do you got on TikTok?
Not good.
Not good. Not doing well.
You got to do more dancing.
It's either 300 views or 1 million views, and I can't figure out how to make it do the 1 million consistently.
No, no one knows. No one knows that.
No, it's almost impossible.
I just keep throwing shit at the wall, and sometimes it sticks.
Yeah, that's what
TikTok
is. That's what TikTok is. I had a video that really did well on Instagram, and I posted it on TikTok, and they hit me with a dangerous violation
thing.
My
God.
And so I actually appealed it and won, and now it has almost 1 million views, and that was like 2 days ago. So I was like, what? This isn't I mean, it was a dangerous act, but it wasn't like community guideline dangerous act,
Yeah. I mean,
and so they reversed it, thankfully, but yeah, TikTok's weird. I like it, and I actually like TikTok. I like watching TikTok. I used to post a lot, and now I've stopped posting very much, unfortunately.
Also, TikTok's partner program is straight trash.
Yeah, we talked about it the other day.
Dude, I make
like 3 cents a day, and I'm pissed about it.
I literally had a video that did 5 million views.
You got
and I made
like $5?
It was like $3.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
what?
absolutely
Fucked up.
nothing.
Like what?
That's hours of people watching content.
I'm like 5 million for $3.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you get $3 1,000 on YouTube.
I think I'm like 3 months in, and I have like $52.
Oh yeah,
and ever since then, I've just like, you know what? I'm gonna stop posting.
I'm gonna see. I don't even know how. Let me see. I haven't. It's been a while. I'm gonna do this live. I'm going live.
I'm doing it live.
So I'm gonna skip this ad right here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
please.
go to me. I don't even remember how to get to my thing. Okay, so it's a pro account. TikTok creator fund.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell
that's
you,
what it is.
I started my in June. Or no, it wasn't June. It was. Hang on a second. I'm going to go all the way to the back here. So it was about February of this year. So February of this year, I've got $1,336 in the account. I've never even set up
millions of views too.
Yeah,
like
we're talking
100
million views in that time.
Yeah.
And I made $1,300.
I have also, it just sits in there. I don't want to go through the headache of setting up the whole thing. I'm like, it's
so now what's going to happen is someone's going to hack my TikTok and steal my $1,300. Take my $1,300. But yeah, $1,300. This is my retirement fund.
Well, good. At least you'll be able to do that for
to fall back
35
on.
minutes. That'll be great. You know?
I'm just waiting to pull off the twerking videos. I know as soon
That's
as I
gonna
twerk
go.
on
Well, that's where
TikTok,
it's going to go. Yeah.
That's what
instant
it's gonna
10
be,
mil.
No, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. I'm waiting for that one too.
I just have a little bit more pride right now. I'm here. The twerking videos.
Oh, we'll
are
get you down
here,
there tonight, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
We'll break
takes
you
a
down.
while before you get to that point. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. What do we got?
Silver Cash says, I can work with whatever oven you get, and I'll bring the goods. But just tell us which one you like,
shit,
bro.
dude.
Just help us out.
whichever one you want, whichever one's going to make your
Yeah,
pizza
and
amazing.
you don't have to. Yeah, just send it to me on Instagram, Silver Cash. We'll figure it out.
Dude, I got $1,300 in TikTok. You think I can't buy your oven?
Your $800 oven?
Come on,
It would be
man.
worth more than the $1,300 on TikTok,
Yeah,
for sure. And the fact they didn't call them Tick tokens is crazy. But
Tick tokens.
Lockhart says, Dakotah is a frail old man.
Oh, whoa.
You could take him in a fight, Brian.
Oh.
Defend those Boega for us,
You know what?
but mostly
Brian,
me.
How old do you think I am? Just by looking
I think
at
you're
me?
40-10.
I think you're 27.
That was very close.
I was actually,
I'm
yeah.
26 in a couple of
26.
months.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you
Yeah,
go. Okay. There you go.
I told him.
I'm double-
on my,
I got
on my
you doubled
Discord.
up.
I also have a
doubled you.
Discord. I'm like, I'm 26 years old, and Lacard over here is like, that's a hard 26. You look old. I'm like,
Jeez,
all right, that's
shit.
cool. I'm glad I have this Discord for my community.
I'm glad I didn't say 37.
Yeah, I know,
my
dude.
initial-
That was close.
No, I figured you were in there.
I
no,
shaped
you
the
look my
beard,
age.
and instantly it's like 22.
Yeah,
so,
you're like,
you know.
22, exactly, yeah.
Good.
I get rid of my wrinkles and gray hair, and I'm 20 immediately. Immediately 20.
That's awesome,
I
dude.
got, yeah. But no, I'm not fighting anybody. I'm not fighting
Not
anybody.
today.
Not today, but you fucking keep those comments coming.
Or else.
Or else I'm going to beat your ass.
Simple Man says, great podcast tonight, and have a great night, guys.
Thanks, Simple Man. Thank you. We appreciate you so much, man.
Yoshi came back, says, show Dakotah love, and I
We
agree.
do show Dakotah love. Seriously, you've been amazing, by the way. We've
Yeah,
had a
thank
great
you.
time. I mean,
Thank you.
Feels
Thank
like
you.
I've known you forever, man. I mean, it's you're a good dude, man.
We
I met
appreciate
him
you.
like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, literally. I mean,
They just pulled me out of the street, and they're like,
Yeah.
"You need to do
he
a
was
podcast."
in a
I said,
flood,
well, what?
in like a basket, like Moses. It was
Yeah,
I
crazy.
was lost.
he was floating. He was
Floating
like,
down
Hour
the river.
floated away. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that
please.
canoe will get you, dude.
Brian
Canoe.
showed up like Noah, and I was like, "Okay, I'll
Yeah,
do
with the staff. Did you see how he split the road under
It
the
was
highway?
incredible.
Yeah,
Incredible.
It's I do some pretty amazing things. There's my staff right over there. It's the 8-ball.
Yep. There you go.
Very
It's
nice,
my
very
it's my
nice.
sword staff.
It's my source staff.
Silver Cash says any check and check cameo. You was my first one. That's what he says.
Oh, so you did a cameo.
Oh,
Okay, I do have a couple cameos I've got to do tomorrow.
there you go. I'll make sure
Tomorrow.
we'll get him on
Let's
it.
just
what I
knock him out
got.
right now.
Yeah, let's just knock him out right now. I'm going to check to see what Silver Cash is, see if he's on here.
Let Roses Burn says so. Metro isn't that bad. You think I could do it? It would give me more time in Michigan. Yes, you can do it. It's not that bad.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely do it.
Honestly, yeah, I haven't seen. Yeah, it's really not that bad. And honestly, from going from the airport to here, you don't see Detroit. You just pass it.
Yeah, no, and where we're at in the suburbs is like super safe.
Super
out
chill,
here. I mean,
too.
It's like, yeah, you know, everyone that comes to visit.
Most
like,
people
wow.
don't lock their doors.
Yeah,
you know
no,
what I'm saying,
yeah,
in this
no,
area.
No, yeah, no, it's like, I mean, crime is everywhere, but there's very little crime here.
Yes.
I mean, like very, very, very little crime in
That's
this
cool.
area.
I left my hotel room unlocked.
You're
Yeah,
should be
no,
fine.
you're
here,
fine,
so
yeah.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I left a bag with $10,000 out front
For 40 days and nights.
for just no
40 days and nights.
Yeah.
nobody even got.
We were
yeah.
posting IG stories. No one came. They were
Yeah,
like,
like,
no, I
please,
can't do crimes there.
Just if you're interested in stealing from me, come to.
If you're interested in crimes,
Yeah.
Come over here. Let Rose Bird says, also think Mike would team up with me for a 2-on-2 with Lori and Noah. Misty Mike and her
Mike
versus
and her. Oh, because she's gonna break Noah's legs.
ankles. Yeah.
the ankles.
break his legs.
Break his
She's
legs.
gonna come here with a hammer and
That's
hit him
right.
in the shins.
So she wants to play some b-ball.
Yep.
So does Mike? Why is Mike? Gonna
I
play
don't know,
b-ball?
but let's fucking get it, dude.
And I'm telling you what. So Lori, this is Lori or Laura.
Okay.
We call her Lori because we're her friend. Lori is not a good person to play basketball with.
okay.
My Lori. because my lorry hurts people.
Yeah, she's cheating to win.
Like if you start to win, she's going to hurt you.
She's going to throw the ball, trip you, hit you in the shins.
I was already intimidated.
Yeah. I
Within
mean, like
the brief 5 seconds, I was like, yes,
like,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what'll happen is you'll go up by 4, and then she'll push you into the garbage can.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what happens. So yeah, I think you should pick a different Noah and I say Noah and Jay.
Yeah.
Jay the edutainer.
Edutainer, yeah.
Jay the edutainer. I think Noah and Jay the edutainer versus Misty and Lori. Good call.
Yeah,
Good. You don't want to mess with Lori. Trust me.
Yeah.
She's mean.
Bogus says hard drive took us through Chicago. Just stay alert and you're going to do great.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're fine.
Yeah. So she came through Chicago.
And then
Chicago's always worse. I mean,
Chicago's
traffic's fucking horrible.
Not only that, there's like a murder every 4 seconds.
Well, the problem when you're driving through Chicago though is that you're driving through the bad areas for like a long. So like I've done it where I've like,
It's
man, I don't have gas. Or I've got to really pee and I'm not going to make it 45 minutes, and then you pull off and you're like, I'm going to die any minute.
Any second.
In Detroit, you're through in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
and
10
honestly,
minutes, you're
it's
past
not.
Detroit.
It's not that crazy.
And I know in Detroit, I'm from Detroit, so obviously I know there are places you don't want to go. Of
course.
Detroit itself
I knew you
is
were
actually
hard, Brian, but I didn't know you were Detroit hard.
Oh,
Detroit
D hard D.
Wow.
Hard D. I mean, hardest D in the game.
Capital D, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was literally
English
in
capital D.
the Eminem movie, 8 Mile.
You didn't see him in the
remember
background.
seeing. Were you Eminem?
No, Cheddar Bob. That was Cheddar Bob. He shot himself in the nuts.
Exactly, I did.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was good stuff. But no, seriously, no, Detroit's not that bad.
It's
Seriously,
not.
Everyone that comes to visit says it. Everyone that comes says, I thought Detroit was going to be bad.
I even said the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's so misrepresented.
You know what? I'm here.
Yeah, and you haven't died yet.
Yeah. Your people are kind of rude over at the airport.
Only
man.
the air. That's you can't.
Half of them probably aren't even from here.
Those people were not nice either. So
Which one?
The rental car agency.
Well, yeah, but that's rental. No one's from the rental car. My daughter works at a rental car agency, and she hates everyone. No, that's not true. She's actually really good, but no. The airport rental cars are a tough spot. So let me just tell you something about airport car. You may not. This is insider shit that most people don't know. Okay.
I'm
so
interested.
it's just between me and you. Let's keep it that way. So when you start at a rental car place, you are forced to work at the airport for the first 6 months. It's like the hell job before you can actually go and become a rental car person in your town. That's just what they do. So it is literally the first people out, like the managers in training or whatever they want to call it. So you have the newbies that are doing horrible shifts at the airport because it's open 24 hours a day, and they're miserable. It's those same people 6 months from now in their own branch are probably lovely people.
Okay.
So any airport you go to, you realize you're dealing with people that are hating their life at the moment.
Yeah. And that's good.
So there you guys go. I hope we've grown today.
Yes, we have. Yoshi says, which room, Dakotah, and what hotel?
Oh yeah, let's. Yeah,
you don't have to tell him. Just say what it rhymes.
Where are you staying and what hotel room are you in?
Yeah,
I don't know, and I don't know.
I figured that. He probably has been there for 45
like
seconds.
2-3 hours of sleep. Yeah, we got to the hotel. I laid down, and then I immediately got up, and then we drove an hour to get over here because again. Your freeways are flooded, and I don't understand why. You built your freeways on top of the river?
Yes.
Yeah. We thought it would make more sense. Streamline,
Well, the new Tesla trucks, they can go in water.
Yeah, they're submerged. They're amphibious.
So we're going to be fine.
Yeah. Back through 5 for love.
Mac, what's up, brother?
We love you, brother.
Yeah,
and Let Roses Burn says, that sounds great. Well,
awesome.
Good, but same thing.
That sounds good. Well, let's do it. Let's go.
And then...
and what about me? She just...
skipped right over you. She's
I don't even get to play. What am I, the ref?
Yeah.
What is it? What is?
Well, yeah. She doesn't want to break your ankle. She loves you.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, that is.
She's trying to crossfade you.
So this rendition of me here, the bananas rendition.
Very nice.
Let Roses Burn made that for me.
It's might be a voodoo doll. We don't know.
I don't know. Ever since my life has been shit.
Yeah.
But
well, thanks, Lori.
Thanks, Lori.
We appreciate it.
No. But that is RJ. Notice he's missing a leg.
Yes.
So the attention to detail. I like it. I think it's good.
Simple Man says, can't wait till the new merch to drop. Thanks for the heads up, Jay. Yes, I did message him and said that he had some sleeveless tanks coming.
Yeah, I think all of don't quote me on this. I hope that all of them will be available in sleeveless tanks now.
Yes, that's what it looked like.
That's what it's supposed to happen, is that all of them are sleeveless, all of them are V-neck, or normal, whichever you prefer, and some will be tank tops. But so yes, that's what's supposed to happen, whether it happens or not. And it's literally going to drop, I don't know, what, couple days?
Yep.
Couple days.
Couple days.
Yeah, so we have all the new merch in. We shot the video on it, and I think Monday, Tuesday, we'll drop the new merch. So yeah, it's there.
So, Brian, that's all I got for right now.
Well, cool.
But I do want to say one thing. You guys did a great job getting us to Dakotah. Obviously, Dakotah, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
Do the same thing again. Go hit up your favorite creators. Tell us to hit me up. Let's get more people in here so we can have more cool, awesome episodes like this, okay?
Yeah, no, this was great. This is what when we started this podcast, this is what I envisioned it being, is, meeting people, getting to know people, and at the same time letting my audience meet people that maybe they didn't know much about. And so I think this was exactly what I wanted. So like Jay said, if you have great creators out there that you're super excited about, reach out to them and tell them, hey, go on Brian's podcast. It's an open invitation. You know what I mean? I really want this to be an open forum. You know what I mean? I think that in the beginning, I thought that I wanted to have like the biggest names in the reptile business on. And maybe one day we will. Most of them are good friends of mine and stuff like that. But I kind of like the idea of not doing that. Not that you're not a name in the reptile business, but
I'm
you're
definitely not a name in the reptile
But no, you're
business.
up and coming, and that's what I want to be able to is show people the up and coming, inspire people, get to know you, and I'm sure so many of the people that watch tonight are going to love to follow you in the future because of your personality.
I really hope so.
Yeah, and I really hope that happens. And I want that to happen for you, and I want that to happen for everyone else that comes on the podcast.
That's what it's all about.
And if we're so lucky to have other guests as entertaining as you, then this is going to be great. So we appreciate you. Man.
Honestly, I think we peaked here tonight.
we
we peaked.
It's all downhill after that.
Yeah.
No. Dakotah, you're the band. I appreciate you. Again, I'll put all the links in the description. Go show him some love. And yeah, dude, we'll hang out. We'll go look at some stuff. I'll get you down. We'll get the boat out. And we'll get you to the airport.
To Yoshi, I get to hold an alligator. I'm pretty,
Yoshi,
pretty excited about that.
You're good, man. It's all about you. Thanks and welcome, Yoshi. Appreciate you, brother. So great. Let's do it, man. We'll get out of here, all right?
Awesome.
Hey, thanks. It's been great, guys. You guys hang in there. We'll be seeing you tomorrow in the vlog, of course. We'll see you. By the way, no podcast next Wednesday or Saturday. Was it Saturday?
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think no podcast next week, Saturday. There will be a Friday podcast with Noah. So I won't see you guys for
a week,
about a week or so. So almost 10 days.
So we love you and miss you.
Yep, definitely.
And you all better be here next time.
Yep, we'll see you next time, guys. Have a good night.